Why don't you go back to Canada, you Jew bastard?
Okay.
And now, a word from Howard Dean's wife.
Hi. Hello there. I'm Dr. Judith Steinberg, wife of presidential candidate Howard Dean. You can call me Judy, not Judge Judy. That's a different miscut. People want to know why I'm hardly ever on campaign trail with Howie. Hey, did you get a good look at me in Iowa? I scared the crap out of myself. I make Frau Fabissina look like a Shayna Poonam. Stop me if I'm bombarding you with too much Yiddish, huh? Anyway, Howie says after I showed up, his numbers dropped. Know what I say? That's a bunch of mishigas. For those of you who don't capiche the Yiddish, that means crap. Howie's a good guy, though he's what you might call a loose cannon. He's got a pretty bad temper on him. I remember one time, one of our kids left a cap off of the toothpaste. I thought he was going to blow a gasket. The veins popped out in his head, and that white spit strings were going in the corners of his mouth. He went sugar. I spent 23 years with this Shagets. Most of the time he's a mensch, but on occasion, I hate him. I think my husband Howie would make for a very good president. One of the things I'm a little PO'd about is that Howie doesn't let us have a TV. I want to watch Sex in the City, I got to schlep down to campaign headquarters or to the Kroger's to watch on some tiny black and white set. I have never seen any program in color, so I'm no Jackie Kennedy. Hell, if you look at me, I'm no Ted Kennedy. I don't wear makeup. I'm like a whisker away from being Amish. Don't expect to see much more of me during the campaign. The only reason I'm addressing you today is because I was able to chew through my restraints. Anyway, Gazak Gazunt. That's Yiddish for Dr. Judith Steinberg. Over and out.
Paid for by the committee to elect John Kerry president.
10:02 at 560 WQM. Happy Monday to you. That is a beautiful thing. She's not, but that was. I love that. It's one of my, I might play that 100 times today. Anyway, on Friday, we asked it, well, let me just rip Mad Dog a little bit. Love the Mad Dog, great guy, everybody loves him, but sometimes he's full of crap. Like all of us, sometimes you got to get it out of your system. And he was ripping me a little bit, not by name, but he said, ripping Dan LeBastard's column that I was praising and reading on Friday morning. And Dan LeBastard, for once in his life, he had his thumb right on it when he was talking about what a front-running phony town South Florida is and about the whole Marlin thing. And there's Joe this morning talking about pitchers and catchers February. Well, they got to have something to talk about because the Dolphin season is long over. But nevertheless, nobody cares. In fact, I came up with a great idea, business we can go into.
Okay.
It's called I had a good name for it. Rent the front-running rental store.
All right.
Where you can rent, like, whatever team gets hot, hopefully a South Florida team, but not necessarily, and you go rent a uniform, cap and a jersey and a whole outfit, and
Very
you
nice.
rent it for, like, whatever time until it's no longer, politically correct, and then you return it for a full refund.
Right.
Like renting a movie.
Like Hurricane Plywood.
Right. No, but you don't keep this, you just rent it.
Right, well, they don't keep it either.
They take the plywood back?
Yeah,
Who the hell takes
remember that?
plywood back?
All these people.
Get out of here.
Remember, every time there's a hurricane scare, there's, like, the next day, there's the big line of the people bringing the tin and the plywood back.
Because the day after the World Series, I thought it was a joke, but it's true. There were people trying to take their Marlin jerseys and caps back for a refund.
Yeah.
Rent a front-running outfit. I think it's a great idea. And Mad Dog, the line that he had that just almost, I was driving home, almost drove off the road. He said, well, there's lots of choices. Lots of choices. See, that's the point. It is a choice, and you choose either to support something or not. That's what makes a place with all that many people, either, Major League or Bush League. And it's a Bush League place. I mean, all that phony front-running crap during the parade and everybody's on the bandwagon, that really proves, I'm not saying that South Florida is alone. There are a lot of places like that, but that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt how Bush League a place is. Anyway, you're full of crap, Mad Dog. It's a front-running phony place. It's a Bush League town. Even a humper will tell you that. Lose an ounce or two, Hank, please. Here's Friday's poll. Who's your all-time favorite South Florida TV personality, news, entertainment, whatever? Let's start at the bottom. 1,324 vote. Carmel Cafaro. Remember I thought that was a good addition?
Yeah.
No votes. Virginia Booker. I have no idea who that is. Bob Halloran, sports guy. None. And Kerry Millerick. Millerick, I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
None.
Millerick.
One for Jane Chastain. Clora Mosier won. Terry Merriman won. She's probably kin to Jim Merriman Jr. Katrina Daniel had a pair, and they fell right off. Jim Brosmer had 2. Todd Tungan's got a pair. Gilda Unruh's got 2. Bob Mayer 3. Manolo Reyes 3. Mark Ludner 3. Del Frank 3. Richard Whitcomb 3. Rad Berkey 3. Wayne Ferris 3. Angela Ray 3. Jumpin' Jack O'Brien 3. Jumpin' Jack Flash didn't have any. Gail Not So Bright had 4, although she is excited about that eating ass piece that Dwight's repeating tonight.
Who isn't?
Cambrell Martian, Wayne Ferris. Oh, Wayne Ferris is on here.
Yeah.
He got 3 the first time. He got 4 more. Nice going, Wayne. He's got the 4. Canberra Martian, Lori Hibbert 4, Wayne Chandler 4, Ed Odell 4. Bill Kamal, the weather fairy on Channel 7, she had 5. Hey, Bill, put it down. Put the booze down. Jinsey James 5, Willard Shepard 5, Penny Daniels 6, Walt Cronise 6. Remember the bow ties?
No.
You don't? He used to be the weather guy on Channel 10 for a long time.
Sorry.
How come nobody said the dead weather guy from Channel 4? He used to be there. He used to be the booth announcer, Dick Fennelseed.
I'll
Remember Dick Fennel?
No.
Michael Putney 6, even though he's got his head way up Catherine Harris's ass, and we're pretty pissed off at you, Mike. Banjo Billy 7. Now, I don't know who that is.
Nope.
You don't either?
Nope.
Big Fat Dave Gaines 7. Didn't he die?
I don't think so.
No. Nancy Odell 7. I'll tell you who else didn't die, and that's Carl Malden. I was telling you before the show. He was on by accident, I saw the Golden Globes about an hour of it last night, and for some reason, I always turn those things right off.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't turn it off. Huh. I don't know what it was, because I hate award shows, and I hate the whole concept of them sitting around sucking each other's ass. But there was something about it. It was mildly interesting. And Michael Douglas, who was a little bit inebriated, but not nearly as much as Susan Sarandon. Wow, she was plastered.
You go, girl.
But Michael Douglas made a whole big thing about Carl Malden. It was kind of one of those things like, I know you're getting ready to croak, Carl, but I really want to thank you for all you taught me about acting in your Never Stole a Freight Train. And Carl was sitting there with dark glasses on, and he had like 2 big holes in his head, which is never a good sign.
Only his nose died years ago.
No, I think it moved up his forehead. Nancy Odell had 7. I have no idea who she is. Glenn Rinker 8. Don Cox had 8. Susan Candiotti 8. Al Sunshine, he's still waving those ham hocks at you. 9. Little Dickie Winters 9. Everybody liked Little Dickie. Sloppy Faloppy and Chuck Dowdle 10. Tony Cigaretto 11. Charlie Baxter 15. Connie Chink had 16. Brian Norcross 17, so he kills the other weather fairies by... Oh, wait a minute. Is Don No? No, Don No beat him out. Sorry, Brian, you lose. Bob Soper beat him out 2-18. That's good because Bob's a good guy. Pam Gigante, who's only on Sabado. Pam Sabado Gigante had 20. Dave Dixon 20. Don Francisco 20. See how that all ties in? Yep. John Hamburg 20. He got my vote. John was great. A real professional news guy in a real Bush League town. Cinnamon Stouffer 22. What does Don?
No.
24. Miss Horkheimer 25. Now what's that all about?
Ben.
Must have a lot of space cadets out there, huh?
What's wrong with Jack?
Nothing wrong with Jack. Horkheimer, 25. Maria Gennaro, 29. See, I told you, and you made fun of me on that, even though she's been in Buffalo for a long time. We love the lovely Maria. Sally Fitz, 32. Sally Fitz. Big Wilson, 44. David Bloom, 44. Dwight Lauderdale, 49, but they used to like him a lot better with a mustache before he started hopping on Ann's ass. Kelly Craig, 50, in spite of that gigantic girth. We love you, Kelly. Please, lose an ounce, please. Wendy Big Nips Corona, 53. Rick Sanchez, 53. Same person. Ann Bishop, 61. Ralph Redneck, 62. Bob Weaver, 63. Nice to see that, Bob. Giselle Fernandez. Didn't I tell you she was good?
You said that.
Well, she looked good. And she was a nice person. I met her one time. Isn't that exciting?
No.
You're not impressed?
No.
Well, I can't drop too many big names.
Me either.
Giselle Fernandez, 75. How about Donny Osmond and Dion?
Okay.
That's pretty big names. Who else do I know? Skipper Chuck Zink, 134, and Jackie Johnson, 169. Now, you think they did that just to piss me off? I don't really care. She's a donkey face and a donkey puss. But what do I care?
I'll get back to
They
you.
like Jackie Johnson, okay? They think she's really hot stuff. She ain't no Charlize Theron, but who the hell is?
No, nobody.
You should have seen that thing she had on last night. That
I
was
watched
kind of
the
like
replay. I'm
one
watching
of
it
those
now.
tearaway blouses.
Right? Yeah, I would tear
And it looked like somebody got a head start, and they were tearing away at all different places, and it was just about falling off her boobies.
She's just pristine.
She's a little girl from South Africa. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my 2 favorite people from what I saw of the Golden Globes last night was Charlize Theron and Jude Law, who's a great actor and who looks kind of interesting.
Nothing wrong with Jude.
He's about 2 feet tall, but he's kind of an interesting guy. And Al Pacino made a total ass out of himself. Why doesn't he just go away, Like Dick Cheney. Now they're dragging Dick out again. And they ought to, store him away in a vault somewhere, because all they're going to do by dragging his ass out is remind everybody about all the bad things he was connected with, like Halliburton. Yeah. It would be like dragging Catherine Harris's ass out. You'd think they were smart enough to put her back in the freezer, and they ought to do the same with Dick. Put Dick in the freezer, man. Oh, I'm going to be gagging and choking. I'm almost over this thing. But not quite. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you sound all right.
No, I sound fine, but I'm just telling you, I'm warning you. It's going to be, I got my Hall's Mentholyptus. Got it in that room where you're sitting right now. I just warned you ahead of time. Here's our first poll today. We got a pair for you. Now, this story bothers me a lot. And I don't know if you saw the footage on Thursday on the news. We talked about it. About the relatives of the Seymour Shus. And saying, oh, it was just an accident. Knocking down this old man at the movie theater.
Right.
It was just an accident. We feel real bad about it. Of course, the old guy's dead.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was the old man's name? Irving Rosenberg.
Oi!
Irish Catholic. A legally blind grandfather charged with fatally punching a 74-year-old retiree outside a Tamarac discount movie theater simply was defending himself and his cancer survivor wife when he leveled the blow, his attorneys told the jurors on Friday. Bullcrap. And it may not have even been 69-year-old Seymour Shus's punch that killed the older man, said defense attorney Jane Weintraub on the opening day of Shus's manslaughter trial. How's that sound?
Better.
Good. Weintraub, I'm getting the real dark green stuff now. I love that. That's always my favorite part of a cold, when it's on the way out and you're getting the real dark green from way down inside your
rectum
bowels. Where does that come from?
Lungs.
Does it really?
Yes.
Ooh, look at that one. Purple. Again. Weintraub told a Broward Circuit Court jury that medical experts will testify that Irving Rosenberg may have suffered a stroke or seizure November 8th outside the Tamarac Cinema 5, causing him to lapse into a coma and die 16 days later. Prosecutors said, though, the evidence is clear. The only person who needed defending that night was Rosenberg, who died from massive head injuries suffered when Shus's punch caused him to collapse on the sidewalk. This is so South Florida, man.
Right. Parts
so
and spaces,
pathetic.
spots in line.
Now, Shus could face up to 15 years in prison if convicted of the single charge. Both sides agreed the lives of Shus and Rosenberg, both New York natives, intersected when Rosenberg gave a theater cashier too little money for the tickets for himself, his wife, and 3 other couples. The tickets were $3 apiece, but he only gave the movie theater employee $18 instead of $24. Oh, now this is starting to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Shus's wife, who was behind Rosenberg in line, then made a comment about how much money he needed. The next few seconds are what's in dispute, what Shus's fate will likely hinge on. Weintraub said Rosenberg turned to Yvonne Shus and yelled, "Shut up!" and loomed just inches away from her face. Rosenberg terrified the woman, who was out for one of the first times since breast cancer surgery, Weintraub said. Seymour goes running over, and the evidence will be that he went to protect his wife, Weintraub said. The evidence will be that there was no thought process other than to protect his wife. When Shus went to help his wife, 2 strangers grabbed him, but because of his poor eyesight, he had no idea what they were trying to do. During that struggle, Shus got clipped in the mouth. He then wrestled away from the men, and when he did, that's when Rosenberg got smacked. Ready for that?
Ready.
So here's our first poll today. What should happen to Seymour Shus, the 69-year-old Broward man who fatally punched the 74-year-old man in Tamarac? Look at all these choices. 3, 6, huh?
They're good.
Death penalty, which he won't get, but I'm thinking. Long jail sentence. Take away his sweet and low. Nothing, it was an accident. Make him live the rest of his life with Neil's mother. Make him live the rest of his life with George's mother. Or make him live the rest of his life with both mothers.
Oi!
That'll teach him.
That's what I voted.
1014 at 560 WQAM. It's the last mortgage you'll ever need. It's the only one mortgage from Financial Group. The benefits are incredible. 0 closing costs, 0 application fee, 0 credit bureau fee, 0 discounted points. So get yourself that new unbeatable low interest rate of just 1.25%. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are only $334 a month. A $200,000 loan, your payments are only $668 a month. And don't forget, once you refinance or get a new home mortgage from Financial Group, you'll never ever pay closing costs again. So call them today, 1-800-940-LEND. Get yourself the new low-rate mortgage you deserve and then move on to your next property without further cost or expense. You pay 0 underwriting fees, 0 doc fees, 0 closing costs, even when you move to another property. Get the new low financing rate of just 1.25% with the only one mortgage from Financial Group. For details, call 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND and never ever pay closing costs again. Financial Group, 1-800-940-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Restrictions apply. Rates subject to change monthly, 4.21 APR.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
LONDAYSUCKS. Human beings are headed into the cosmos.
There's a rocket in my pocket.
Live long and prosper.
Missions to Mars and to worlds beyond.
Special delivery from Mars.
Engelbert Humperdinck was the first person on the moon. Who was the second?
Man in space.
Hope they like those jokes on the moon, because that's where you're going.
On your planet, how do you do it?
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
I'm in Men of Moon Rocket 1.
Blast off! There he goes!
Today I announce a new plan to explore space and extend a human presence across our solar system.
Come on, this isn't rocket science here.
Now, what was that about taking over my planet?
We may discover resources on the moon or Mars.
I was abducted by aliens.
If I could light my own farts, I could fly to the moon. Or at least Uranus.
I wonder what Starfleet Command will say about that.
Blast off!
So speaking of Mars, first of all that footage that you're seeing on CNN,
Yes.
it's all from New Mexico.
Right.
That's number one.
Right.
And number two, the Euros say that they found water on Mars. Now, what's that going to do to all the religious crap?
Nothing.
What do you mean by that? Because we know that the Earth is only 6,000 years old. And
Just once the fossils, Satan put the water there.
right. And now we know that the universe is billions and billions and billions of years old. How does that jive? Does that jive with the jive in the Bible? No.
The satanic scientists are
All
wrong.
your religionists, man, now that they found Europe's Mars orbiter has confirmed the presence of frozen water on the red planet's surface for the first time, the European Space Agency be saying on Friday. We've been tracking it on the South Pole, and there we have detected water, probably for the first time, agency scientist Jean-Pierre Bibring told a news conference at Mission Control in Darmstadt. If Mars once had surface water, it had the potential to support life, although Alan Morehouse, the project manager of spacecraft operations, cautioned it's too early to draw conclusions. You look at the picture, you look at the fingerprint and say, this is water ice. He said it's the first time it's been detected on the ground. It's the first direct confirmation. There's life on Mars, where there once was, just like there used to be in South Florida, till all the illegal aliens and old Jews came in. Speaking of old Jews, I read that Buddy Nevins piece in the Sun Sentinel. Of course, he's unctuous to begin with, and it's probably a lot of right-wing propaganda. But the fact is this. He says 44% of the Jews in Florida voted for Jeb Bush, for Reverend Bush, for governor this last time. Are you ready for that?
No, I'm not.
Oh, here's another good choice for the poll. I like this one.
Yeah.
John in Columbia, South Carolina. Let's add this on here. Come on, Eric, let's get with it. Make him live with Mo.
Absolutely.
I can't think of a worse punishment than that. Some people might want to change that vote. Now, this is a disgusting story. This is so typical of the kind of crap that happens in South Florida where people blow each other away over a parking spot, and it's usually old farts, angry old people, miserable, nasty, rotten sons of bitches. What should happen to Seymour Shus, the 69-year-old man who fatally punched the 74-year-old man in Tamarac, it is alleged? 41 votes. 14, make him live the rest of his life with both mothers. Mine and your mama.
Oh, man.
Long jail sentence, 12. Death penalty, 6. Take away a sweet and low, 5. Nothing, it was an accident, 2. Right. Make him live the rest of his life with Neil's mother, 2, and make him live the rest of his life with your mother, none. I don't think you've talked about your mama enough.
Oh, trust me,
convince
I
these
have.
people.
Sure I have.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Not enough, though.
Maybe not.
So let's add that on there, make him live with Mo. That'll get some votes, you think?
Absolutely.
I would think so. WQAM, good morning.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I saw Bowling for Columbine over the weekend,
Right?
and it asked that question about why are Americans so violent versus other cultures.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting was my theory on it, which is I'm sure a lot of the people have talked about, is just that there's an ignorance and an uneducated population, a population that doesn't travel, doesn't go abroad, and just that breeds ignorance and hatred and fear of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
And it just perpetuates itself because I thought it was going to be an anti-gun movie, but it really wasn't totally anti-gun in the sense that
only the part with Charlton Heston and with the Kmart.
right, only that part. Whereas it really asks an interesting question. I mean, if you have the same amount of guns here as in Canada, for example,
Right.
why are we so violent? And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's part of the reason. But that's just my theory, and I was wondering your thoughts on it.
Well, I mean, it's just a lack of values. I mean, if you don't have respect for human life, and if it becomes part of, it's the Wild West. We've never outgrown it, that Wild West mentality. You know, shoot 'em up. Just like this president, this cowboy president we got. Same mentality.
Right. Well, I would recommend that to anybody. It's a very
absolutely the best.
And I really enjoyed it. Take care.
Glad you saw it. Thanks a lot, pal.
Thanks. Bye.
See, the thing about Michael Moore, I'm glad he mentioned that. Now, I've often said I'd love to see Michael Moore be the president, but if he ran for president, would he have any chance? Of course not.
No.
And you want to know why? Because he's too radical. The media would destroy him. And let me just straighten out one thing. Somebody called in on Friday, and I didn't watch that last New Hampshire debate. Somebody called in Thursday or Friday about the comment about President Bush being AWOL, etc. And I know Michael Moore has said that consistently. There's nothing new in that. But somebody asked Wesley Clark about that.
Right.
And he refused to completely, he just had no comment on it because it was taken out of context. And again, over the weekend, all the talking head shows, but they call him a deserter, and Bob Novak's having a nervous breakdown. First of all, Robert Novak should be in jail in the first place. That's number one, for all that Valerie Plame stuff. He ought to be in jail. And number two, he's a good one to talk about ethics, okay? The fact of the matter is, he was AWOL Bush.
Yes.
And now, see, this is the way it works with the media now. That is, anything anybody does. If you fart the wrong flavor, right away you're going to be able to smell it right on TV in a minute. Right. And even you think, this Dean thing, he's done in terms, and I'm glad to see one thing.
What's that?
All these surveys that they're taking now, and you see them interviewing people in New Hampshire, where they got, how many people they got in New Hampshire?
About 30, man.
That's all they got there. And I got all the 8 million new polls, and they're all over the place, although Kerry is still ahead. But they believe Kerry is electable. And Dean is not electable, and that's what bothers me, is that Dean is not electable. Capiche?
Capiche.
Well, that's it.
Not too bad.
This year, anybody with a brain, including those 44% of Floridian Jews who voted for Jeb Bush, you people ought to be ashamed of yourselves. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Are you out of your mind or what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Oh. Well, that's a good excuse. Reverend Bush with his, everything is Christianized this and Christianized that. Pretty soon, instead of you're gonna have a big cross. When you come from Waycross, Georgia, there'll be another big cross. Big Cross, Florida. Just a bunch of right-wing Farbishina Goyim, as Dean's wife would say. I love that bit. I gotta play that over and over again. She's fabulous. I never thought I'd play any bit that had more Yiddish in it than I use. Marty in Miami says, if you ever drove in Miami, you know what a pain in the ass those old people are. The old man deserved it. Let the attacker go. As a matter of fact, reward him, says Marty in Miami. Well, that's something to think about, Marty. I don't know if Irving was a driver or not, but I guess he won't be no mo. Right?
No
Good
more.
point. 10:26 at 560 WQAM. Let me tell you about fat. Oh, you saw that McDonald's thing? That documentary filmmaker, what's the name of it? Super Size Me?
No.
Morgan Spurlock. You haven't seen that?
No.
He ate at McDonald's for a month, exclusively, and he gained 25 pounds. And he didn't eat like all the same thing. He ate breakfast and he ate the different things on the menu, salads. He gained 25 pounds in a month. Yeah, at McDonald's. You didn't see that for real?
Is that a shocker?
No, it is not a shocker, but that's one of the reasons there's so many fat, desperate folks out there. Why not try Balance for Life? It's easy. You don't have to worry about Atkins or Skatkins or South Florida diet. What is it called? The South Beach diet. By the way, that's a scam. You can go buy the book if you want. It's just ripped off Atkins. But here's the answer for you, Balance for Life. Because they provide all the food. They do all the figuring for you. They count the carbs. They count the glycemic value of those carbs. And they make sure that you can lose weight with a delicious way in a little black sack. That's right. They bring you the little black sack every morning by 6 o'clock. They deliver it right to your door, at your work, at your home, wherever you want them to deliver it to. And even Dr. Atkins is changing his tune. You heard him sing lately? No. See what I mean? So anyway, here's the deal. Katrina, the lovely Katrina at QM, has lost 17 pounds. She is the best, and she's doing great, looking great. Her clothes are just hanging off her body. You get to choose between 2 choices for each meal. You fill out the menu once a week, and that's the only choice you have to make. There's no shopping, no figuring at all. The food is fresh, it's delicious, and you can watch that weight on the scale just pour off your fat ass. So if you're sick and tired of trying all the others and you just can't stay on them, do it the easy way, because Balance for Life does the figuring for you, and they prepare all that great, delicious food. Call them today and lose that weight once and for all. Call Balance for Life at 954-568-3229. That's 954-568-3229, or get more info on their website, balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Younger viewers, C-SPAN now offers a brand new reality show, Skydiving with Howard Dean. Join Howard Dean as he jets across the United States, jumping out over some of his favorite states.
We're going to
California, Texas,
New York,
South Dakota, Oregon, Michigan.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
And coming soon to Washington, D.C. Geronimo. It's Skydiving with Howard Dean, premiering this week on C-SPAN.
I'm not going to miss that. 10:32 at 560 WQAM. Here's the second poll we're going to be doing, because obviously they don't care that much about old man Shus. But I do. I'm disgusted by that crap. By the incivility. That's one of the reasons South Florida is such a nasty, miserable, hateful place. And, you know, most of the people I meet, and I discuss that with, they say, you are
Absolutely correct, sir.
I don't think it's debatable, even though Mad Dog will come on at 2 o'clock and rip me for saying it. But it's not only a Bush League place, but it's mean-spirited, hateful. Why do I say that every day? Because it's true. Huh?
Uncivil.
Yeah.
Is right on.
Nasty. Just like that story I told you about Walmart, and I apologize to myself for having to go there and get that turlet thing, although I think it's appropriate.
And I didn't even tell you about my theater experience this weekend. Yesterday.
Which was what?
They take a birthday party of 10-year-old boys to the theater. I don't need to elaborate, do I? And what? And they were maniacs, and halfway through the movie I turned around and said to one of them, "Hey, S-head, shut the F up."
Really?
Yeah, it's like somebody slammed him back in the seat and they were quiet for a good 10 minutes
well,
after
good
that.
for you. Let's hear it for George. Oh! All right.
I'm brave with 10-year-olds. Watch me.
Some of them probably kick your ass.
Most of them.
Or maybe they might just shoot you.
Yeah, anymore.
I think this tea is doing me more harm than good, you think?
What? What kind is it?
It's cinnamon herb tea.
Oh, see, herbal
free.
tea, if it's healthy, it's poison.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to keep drinking it.
You need industrial strength Lipton.
Here's the second poll we're doing. Now, I don't know, one day last week you did the thing about the best, your favorite movie that you would recommend pre-1980, was it?
Yes, you did.
Wasn't that it?
Something like that.
I think because, a lot of us, we wait till it comes out on DVD or we're just lazy. What was the absolute best movie of the last 10 years? Okay. 1993 to 2003. I got my book handy here on the floor somewhere.
Good.
Just in case. Well, we'll have to check it out. I don't want like some 1990 movie. Like, what year was Magnolia, for example? Do you know?
Like maybe 4 years ago?
It was?
Maybe.
Well, let's put that on there right away. How about Requiem?
Okay. And Glenn Ross.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm not ready for this yet. But that's what we'll get to it. To give them a little something for their fodder. Church to pay $3 million in rape. Not again. Oh, Christ. Sorry. The Roman Catholic Church. No, the thing with the Mars business, and I know that not too many people want to talk about that because you don't want to, ruffle them religious feathers. It's bad for business. They'll even start breakdancing in front of the Pope. Oh, they did that already?
Yes.
I mean, how can you possibly believe all those bubble-myces that are written down by primitive ancient people when we know that the universe is billions of years old, that we're like a little teeny tiny corner of the universe. We're like not even the head of a pin.
Oh no, we're the center of the universe.
Right. Just like
around us.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Just like the sun revolves around the earth.
And the Pope's throne is the center of the world.
And the earth is, well, the Pope spends a lot of time on the throne, but not too much success. That's why he and my mom get along well.
How about that breakdancing?
They're squeezing like crazy. Yeah, they were breakdancing for the Pope. I sure hope you saw the footage of that. How many times did we see that this morning already?
About 30, man.
The Roman Catholic Church agreed Friday to pay $3 million to a woman who was repeatedly raped as a young girl by a priest, setting a state record for the amount. All right, let's hear it. They're setting records, man.
All right.
Nice going. You go, boys. Setting a state record for the amount paid by a diocese to a single victim of clergy sexual abuse since the scandal broke 2 years ago in Boston. I think it's so appropriate that it broke in Boston, because the whole city has been run by the Catholic Church for a very long time. That's why it's such a paradox, Boston. Very, very liberal people on the one hand, and then a bunch of blue-nosed assholes, mainly the church on the other hand. Remember that Cardinal Kushmer and Tochas?
No.
The settlement is among the first to resolve claims against priests under a state law that allowed victims to sue the church for decades-old childhood sexual abuse. As many as 800 such claims, most in L.A., were filed against the Roman Catholic Church last year, while the statute of limitations was temporarily lifted. Jennifer Chapin, 31, said she was pleased to put behind her the case against the Roman Catholic Diocese of Oakland involving accusations of 20-year-old abuse. I've run the whole gamut of emotions, said the Oakdale psychiatric nurse. It's very validating to be believed. Church officials also said they were satisfied with the settlement. Is that incredible or what?
It's credible.
Yeah. Does this go on with the details? Because it goes, As part of her case, Chapin and her attorneys made a 25-minute video in which she detailed the abuse and its effect on her life. The testimony was intercut with pictures from her childhood. One showed her while in a white dress being congratulated by her parents and some priest on her first communion. Another was of her kissing the priest on the lips. Oh, God. When are you people going to get with it? When are you going to stop? Is it ever going to happen?
No.
Oh, and speaking of that, I'm so glad I didn't forget about that. Thank you for faxing that story because it's sublimable. Friday afternoon on CNN, they ran a very lengthy piece, which you know how much they repeat stuff, but we probably won't see this one again, about the Europeans and what they think about America and Americans and the whole religion thing and how they're shocked, they're aghast.
Yeah.
And every time Bush or any other politician mentions God or anything religious or Jesus, they have a nervous breakdown because they can't relate to it. They find it just appalling and grotesque.
Christ.
Yeah. Maybe now you understand why Europeans are like light years ahead of Americans, at least between the ears anyway.
Oh, no, you're just saying that.
Yeah, right. Happens to be very, very true. It happens to be absolutely correct. And even though there are those big churches in every city of more than 3,000 people all over Europe, they're like, they're a place to visit. You know?
A tourist attraction.
They're landmarks, that's all. Almost every one of them. Like the old church in Amsterdam, right in the middle of the damn red light district. Every single, you go to Italy, every city with more than 2 people has got a big old cathedral in Bologna, in Milano, you know. They don't go there, they don't go and pray because they know it's a bunch of crap. And so the piece went on, it was several minutes, and I just couldn't believe that they were actually showing it on the Certainly Not News Network. I guess they hoped nobody was watching. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. We'll start taking some suggestions. I'd say about 11 something.
About 30, man.
About 11:30, we'll change the poll, put up the other one.
Aye.
What should happen to Seymour Shus, the 69-year-old Broward man who fatally punched, alleged, a 74-year-old man in Tamarac, Irving, whatever his name was, Rosenberg? Long jail sentence, 27. Make him live with Mo is catching up, 23.
Absolutely.
By the way, Hank hates Mo more than I do.
Amazing.
I ran into the humper on the way out of the building on Friday. You can't even... Oh, yeah, here's another one. Make him do 12 rounds with Tyson. Yeah, sure. Anyway, Hank just despises Mo, and I can't even begin to tell you how much. So, Mo, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, there's somebody in the building who finds you even more unctuous than I do. I never thought that was possible. Make him live the rest of his life with both your mother and my mother, George, 21. Death penalty, 13. Nothing, it was an accident, 12. Right! Are these people joking or what?
They must be.
Take away his sweet and low, 11. Make him live the rest of his life with Neil's mother, 2, and your mama ain't got none. Like I said, well, next time you're on, you better do the whole show on your mama.
Oh, man.
Well, you haven't impressed this audience enough with what a wonderful lady she is.
Crazy, psycho,
evil.
In
fact, you ever see George's mother and Celia Cruz together?
No.
Same person.
Mom's way lighter.
I see. And unfortunately, she's still alive. Unlike Celia, she's still alive. 20 to 11 at 560 WQM. If you're in a really dead-end crappy job, if you're underpaid, New Year's resolutions aren't going to just happen. Plus, January's almost over, Todd, you know? Kick the New Year crap. Put your plans in action. Pick up the phone and call Fast Train toll-free at 866-FAST-TRAIN. Classes are underway already. If you're committed and dedicated, Fast Train can help you in becoming a certified computer professional in just 4 amazing short months. That's right, you heard right. You can obtain a new high-paying career in only 4 short months and get a new life and paycheck that goes along with it. The demand for certified computer professionals is at an all-time high. Fast Train offers you convenient day, evening, weekend classes, job placement assistance, financial aid for people who qualify as well. So call Fast Train today. You got nothing to lose but that dead-end job you're in. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Check them out on the web at fasttrain.com, and whatever you do, don't miss the train of opportunity this year. Call them toll-free and change your life for good. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
And here's to you, Mr. Garfunkel. Troopers found some pot in your limo.
All right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mr. Garfunkel. There's a hefty fine that you will pay.
$100!
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Now you have a criminal record in our police files. of you can learn to help yourself. Look around you, all you see are dilated eyes. If you're getting stoned, do it in your own home. And here's to you, Mr. Garfunkel, smoking ganja even though you're old. Whoa, whoa, whoa. God bless you, please, Mr. Garfunkel. Paul Simon hopes you're not locked away. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
1044 at 560 WQAM. By the way, speaking of religion, Michael Mayo actually wrote a good column today, Sun Sentinel. You ready for that?
Get out.
Yeah. Or yesterday's. Anyway, I got it right here. I'm actually going to read it later. How do you like that, Mike? Oh. You go, boy.
Oi.
That's why that thing about 44% of the Jews in Florida voted for Jeb Bush for governor this last time is enough to make me gag, enough to make me throw away my halava. Speaking of halava, did you know that Jew Lieberman, they were interviewing him yesterday on George Step on Top of Us on ABC? And he had his wife Hadassah on there with him. And I was wondering if his kids are named like UJA and Knesset. Or Halava and Homentashen.
Yeah.
Not that he's so Jewish. Oy vey. He's just, he's what most of us don't like about Orthodox Jews. Obnoxious. Speaking of religion again, Miramar pastor charged with stealing church donations.
Oy.
How can this be? I think you just make these up.
I do.
Miramar, Florida, pastor's been arrested on charges. He stole more than $50,000 in church donations. Barry R. Young, 51, was on his way to teach Sunday school when he was arrested by Miami-Dade Police economic crimes detectives in the parking lot of the Westview Baptist Church. Young, who's also a chaplain with the Miramar Police Department, was accused by former church members of taking money from a building fund account. Retired Police Lieutenant Willie Golden, then a church administrator, contacted police in April about Young's alleged commingling of his personal checking account with the building funds to divert money. When church committee members raised questions about the account, Young shrugged him off, Golden said. His response was, "I'm the pastor," said Golden, who was later fired. Young's assistant, Mary Maycock, declined to comment on the arrest. Miramar police have suspended Young till the criminal case is resolved. Yada. How do you like that? That's in the Gainesville Sun, no less.
Maycock.
5670560, pound 560. Now, you're going to keep me abreast of the ones that you're putting down on the list? Because yes. I don't feel like writing these down. I'm busy drinking
We got it.
Do you have it? Are you on top of it?
We got you.
What was the absolute best? Not a whole bunch. That's why I'm trying to, like, make it clear that we don't. No, I can't stand that no mo. You know what I mean? No mo.
Yeah, right.
No more of that. Oh, I got a couple for you.
No,
one.
We'll get a
one.
list.
That would be like going into a restaurant, okay? That'd be like going into a fine restaurant like Ruth Chris, and the waiter comes to take your order, and you say, well, I think I'll have the steak, and the lobster, and I'll have,
like Mr. Creosote, I'll have the lot.
Right.
With the eggs on top.
Just pick one.
No.
Yes. What was the absolute best movie of the last 10 years? 1993 to 2003, and it could be one from right now, since it is an arrow. Ain't it? It's an arrow.
It's an arrow.
WQAM, hello.
Here he is.
Is that him? Oh, he's chewing on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's chewing on a cord. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir?
Neil, I take it you didn't see Mad Dog's performance last night on the sports show on Channel 10?
No, I did not. I don't watch sports shows, no.
Neil, you should have seen him. He was out of it, okay? I don't know if he had too much to drink in the afternoon.
Yeah,
and
too many green
he was sober
lizards.
enough before he went in, but you should have seen him. He was slurring his words. He was losing his train of thought.
All right. Excellent.
At one point, he called Jimmy Cephalo, Jimmy Sex, and then he stopped, you know?
Jimmy Sexalo?
Yeah. I mean, it was I was actually embarrassed for him, you know?
Really?
I swear to God. I hope other people call you and tell you
Susan
they saw the same thing, and I hope I wasn't imagining things, but I'm telling you what, he was out of it yesterday. I'm telling you, they're probably going to give him a reprimand or something, you know?
Come on.
I'm telling you, Neil, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. The guy was absolutely, over-medicated, or he just had too much to drink in the afternoon, and he went to work anyways.
I'm not sure if it's the Dolphins not making the playoffs or working with Mo all year that's pushed him to drink so much.
I think there was a lack of football yesterday, and he had nothing better to do.
There you go. Okay, Pally, thanks for the good news. Maybe we'll get a tape of it. Thanks.
Bye.
That was a 2-hour blowjob.
Okay, just calm down. Just relax. See, that's what you get, Mad Dog, for ripping me an ass without mentioning my name on Friday about that Dan LeBastard column. You're so wrong.
At least he could have done is say, Neil's full of crap and blah, blah.
People have choices. People make choices. Well, that's the whole point. People make choices, and if going to baseball games and supporting the team isn't one of them, well, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying you got to go. But don't give me all this bullcrap about we need the new stadium and everybody's on the bandwagon and we love the Marlins. No, you don't. You love anybody who's winning. Roberto Luongo right now is playing so great for the Panthers. If he wasn't in goal, he'd lose every single game. I'm telling you that right now. Every game. Does anybody care?
No.
Oh, maybe a handful of people. Yeah, that's it. Maybe just a couple of dozen people really care or appreciate it. His play is unbelievable. 40, 50 saves a game just standing on his head. You can't beat. They left him alone there the last minute when they had a goalie out for Boston, try to tie the game there at the end the other night. And he's just basically left alone. And I felt sorry for him. Just standing on his head, pulling him out of his ass. And nobody cares. So don't be giving me this song and dance about, people have choices. Fine. You don't have to support baseball or hockey or anything else if you don't like it. You don't have to spend your hard-earned dollars on something you don't care about, but then don't try to peddle us a song and a dance that, oh, yeah, this is really a big league town and we really care. No, you don't. Just like the Dolphins with that song and a dance about, football. That football, they had it like the TV station had to buy up the last few tickets so the Houston game, that home opener, which they lost, wouldn't be blacked out. Can you imagine that? Oh, here's some bad news for you. It says some of those 10-year-olds are taller than George and they're Puerto Rican.
That's right.
Yeah, so watch yourself.
Or explain a lot, too.
The Queen Mary 2 is in town. Yeah, why now? Can you tell me why that's such a big story?
I don't know.
Front page of the newspapers, the Queen Mary is back in town. It says during the 6 p.m. news on channels 4 and 7, when they say Queen Mary, are they referring to Bill Kamal or Brian Norcross or both? No, Brian Andrews, actually.
Hey, sailor!
Can you tell it was his voice? That was Brian Andrews.
Hey, sailor!
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Bless you.
How come we don't hear nothing from him anymore, huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, that's him.
He's all over the place.
What's that in your mouth?
Get out of here, Brian.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, they got the Weather Fairy, they got the News Fairy, they got a lot of fairies at Channel 7. They got the Rick Sanchez show on Channel 6, and they wish he would go back to Channel 7. No, seriously, I'm so depressed that I actually saw that for a few minutes.
I'm really glad you did.
Oh, my God. That show, it was just... I mean, like he's trying to find a reason as to why that show is on the air other than he's the paycheck. I mean, what is the purpose of that show? Is it to entertain?
No.
Inform?
No.
Does it amuse you?
No.
I mean, it's just horrible, Rick. Go back to sitting on them telephone booths like Bob Mayer, the telephone books, and being a newsreader and emoting, getting all bent out of shape on Channel 7 News. And, that's what you do. That's what you do. What you do.
Sweat.
Here's the Boston Globe. Now, I'm going to give you all these poll results because we got the big New Hampshire primary tomorrow. And you can look at any of these and, decide whatever you want. Boston Globe, WBZ poll. Right now, Kerry, 38, Dean, 15, Clark, 14%, Edwards, 12, Jew Lieberman, 12, less than 1% for poor Dennis Kucinich with a bad hairpiece and Al Sharpton, and 14% undecided. So that's an increase of 3% for Kerry from Thursday and Friday, if you believe the Boston Globe WBZ poll. Got it?
Got it.
Against Bush. Now, the nationwide CNN poll, which was very exciting to see, it showed Kerry 46 and Bush 43. In fact, there's another, we got polls up the ass, if I can say that. There's another poll nationwide that showed that 52% now don't want Bush reelected. You ready for that? Here it is right here.
I've been ready for a long time.
52% don't want to see him reelected, only, yeah. And 44% do. How do you like them apples? So it's swinging in the other direction. And also another thing, after the State of the Union speech, almost every president's poll, his approval ratings go up in the polls. Did it happen this time?
No.
No, they went down. It went down. See, they're not buying that song and a dance about, well, they have weapons of mass destruction programs, especially now that David Kaye and even colon cancer Powell says, maybe not. In fact, David Kaye says not only don't they have them, they never had them. They never had them.
Yeah, but
how do you
he
like
wanted
that?
them. He wanted some.
And every single day, including a whole bunch more, terrible weekend, your kids are dying over there for nothing based on lies. Based on a bunch of lies. And the religious fanatic leaders over there say, oh yeah, we don't like this whole election plan. It's not going to fly this way. It's not going to work. And they also had a piece on CNN about how the women are being repressed now and how pissed off they are and fired up. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
The women who had equal rights, in fact, they probably had more equal rights with men in Iraq than they do in the U.S., they had fully equal rights with men, not no more if this new ruling council, if the governing council takes over and gets their way. That's one of the first things in their agenda.
Mm-hmm. And this Ayatollah Ali Baba that's pulling all the strings right now? Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Does he have 40 thieves?
They asked the experts, is it...
I hear he don't have 40 thieves. He's got...
About 30, man.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that, does he have the ability to call them all to combat and riot and everything? And the experts say yes. And he's holding that back if he doesn't get what he wants.
I see. Well, how do you like that?
Yeah.
Now, here's another poll. This is the CNN. See, I'll give you all, it's like pick one you like. It's like when you take your blood pressure 10 different times till you get a reading that you like. The latest CNN USA Today Gallup poll shows, this is the very latest as of this moment, Kerry, 38% New Hampshire, 25% for Howard Dean, 12% for Jew Lieberman, which I don't believe that for a minute. Although, see, keep in mind, independents can vote in New Hampshire, and most of those independents wind up voting Republican in the general election. 10% for Wesley Clark, and only 9% for John Edwards. Now, do you believe that poll? I don't.
No.
I don't know where they're coming up with all that Lieberman number and so on. And, of course, they're all in a frantic frenzy in these last 24 hours before the polls open tomorrow morning. So we'll see. But I do like the fact that Kerry... I'm going to say it again. John Dean. Howard Dean said a lot of things that I love. I think he mobilized, energized a lot of people. He raised all of that money on the Internet. They said that even since that debacle in Iowa, he's still raised almost $1 million on the Internet. That's great. But the fact of the matter is he can't win. He can't beat W.
Oh, well.
And that has got to be the motto of anybody to the left of Hitler this year is anybody but Bush, ABB.
Beat Bush.
Somebody, that's right, beat Bush. Lick Bush. I think even the Cubans will go along with that. Yeah. Some of them lick Bush. Not the ones necessarily who are hanging out at Westland drilling the glory holes, but some of the other ones might.
Not the ones calling us.
Well, certainly not.
Incredible.
56705. Are we on the air today or what? I thought this other poll was going to get an immediate phenomenal response, and so far, nothing doing. Not much.
Oh, it's because you told them they couldn't do a list.
And, of course, now that I got this, at the ass end of the cold, even though I feel pretty good and I got most of my voice back, it wouldn't take too much to play the rack, you know what I mean? Or to put some of these bastards on the rack. Or send them to Iraq. You know who was there last night? William H. Macy. Boy, he's great.
He is great.
I guess that's why I couldn't turn it off. There were a lot of people in that room I like. And then, what's her name gave the one of the awards for Best Actor?
What's
Nicole
her name?
Kidman.
Okay. Ugly dress, Nicole.
Yes, and Tom Cruise, of course, was one of the nominees. And you should have seen, he's giving her the look, and she's giving him the eye, and I'm thinking to myself, who are you people kidding, okay? Who are you Kidman? And the best part of it is he didn't win. The worst part of it is Al Pacino did win and then made that awful, embarrassing... He made a fool of himself last night. I mean, if Mad Dog made a fool of himself, we still love him. But Al Pacino, he's losing a lot of points with me. Not that it makes any difference in his book, but what's his problem? I think... I hate to say it, but I think he might be an asshole. Would that be bad, my saying that?
He might be. Oh. There are talented assholes out there.
I hear Robert De Niro's a real asshole. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah. 10:57, but, that doesn't make them any less great actors. It's just that we look at them like that. Enterex Diabetic is a truly delicious meal replacement drink that just happens to be made for people living with diabetes. But anybody who wants to cut down their sugar intake is going to enjoy it too because it tastes great. It doesn't have that aftertaste like so many of those other substitute drinks. Enterex Diabetic is sweetened with Splenda, which is made from sugar, so like I said, you won't have any of that crap in your puss. Recommended by doctors and dietitians for people who can't sacrifice proper nutrition just because they're in a hurry. Enterex Diabetic is a completely balanced nutritional supplement that provides all the essential vitamins and minerals needed for a healthy life, plus fiber and antioxidants, yet it's low in saturated fat and cholesterol. In other words, it's good for you. Enterex Diabetic is also gluten-free and lactose-free, too. An 8-ounce can provides 237 calories of easily digested nutrition. Try Enterex Diabetic once, and I guarantee I'll bet you George's life on it. You'll never go back to whatever you were drinking before. You can pick it up all over town now. Enterex Diabetic at Publix, Walgreens, Eckerd's, Navarro's, Sedano's, CVS, other local pharmacies, too. In fact, the makers of it are so sure you're going to love it that they're giving away free full-size samples. In fact, they got a 2-pack now, vanilla and chocolate flavor. Anybody who calls their toll-free number. Call 1-866-368-3739. 1-866-368-3739, or faster yet, order online at enterexdiabetic.com. Just click on where it says free samples. Tell them that old Neil sent you by for the delicious one. Get an additional special gift, too, just for mentioning my puss. Call 1-866-368-3739.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain.
Any questions?
I do. Oh no, oh no. I think I'm single again. It's hard to believe I married a friend. Didn't tell me it might seem like a fake, and it wouldn't if he was Timberlake. 'Cause to marry a no one, that's with Miss Aguilera Sassy, not Britney, baby. Oops, I'm single again, but don't worry none. My legs didn't open. No, baby. Oops, the gag that we pulled, we had it annulled. I'm not an idiot.
And the good news is they didn't do it.
Oh!
Mama stepped in there.
Oh!
She put her foot down. Right on it. 11:03 at 560 WQAM. The best movie ever, somebody faxes says. Well, of course, that's not the poll question the last 10 years, but he says ever. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Okay, we put it down.
Got it on there. Now, what do we got so far?
Magnolia, Requiem,
Yes.
Glengarry Glen Ross,
Yes.
and that, Return of the King.
Oh, and that's it.
So far.
I see. What was the absolute best movie, one, of the past 10 years, 1993 to 2003? I am going to watch South Park the movie this week. You'll be pleased to know.
Very good.
You
Yes,
gave
I
me
will
that
be pleased.
We'll never get back.
Bear in mind, it's a musical. No, it's all right. It's for you. It's
Yeah.
a musical, so just understand that when you go into it.
Understand what?
That it's a musical. They have funny songs. It's a musically formatted.
So what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Just some people are put off by musicals, and I'm one of them.
Jesus, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't let me forget that Michael Mayo column.
I won't.
It's only the end of January, and he's already written one good column this year. We might actually get 2 or 3 this year, Mike. Nice going, baby. Might set a record. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'd like to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
Neil, I got
Yes.
another one to add to that poll for that guy that killed that guy.
Yeah.
You take away his senior citizen card, make him pay full price.
Excellent choice. Thanks, Pally. Yeah, take away all his senior citizen discounts. Not good enough. 193 votes on that poll. We'll take it down to 11:30. It's not getting like a phenomenal response because most people don't give a crap. I guess it's par for the course. I'm just not used to it. Living in a civilized place most of the year, I'm just not used to that crap.
Does take you aback.
I can't stand it no mo, you know? What should happen to Seymour Shus, the 69-year-old Broward man who fatally punched a 74-year-old man in Tamarac at a discount movie theater? Keep in mind the operative word there, discount. Make him live with Mo, 53. You can't beat Mo.
Absolutely.
What a surprise, huh? Not.
I can try.
Long jail sentence, 48. Please do. I'd love to see it. Everybody hates him, man. How would you feel if you came in every day to work?
Yeah.
And knew that everybody hates you?
I'd probably blow my brains out.
Would you really?
No.
Oh, man.
I'd probably just be a miserable
And not
prick.
only that, but every place you've ever been, it's been the same, no matter where you go. And you got to look in the mirror, and first of all, you take off that horrible hairpiece, but you look in the mirror, even the muskrat up there can't stand you.
I would probably live my life in denial.
Oh. With Cleopatra?
Right.
Make him live with Mo, 58, a fate worse than death. Long jail sentence, 50. Make him live the rest of his life with George's mother and mine.
About 30, man.
30. Nothing. It was an accident, 23. 11.2% of you. Probably old cockers out there. Do old cockers have computers?
Some, yeah.
They might. They might be cruising on there. You never know. They might be trolling for, prune juice. Death penalty, 17. Take away a sweet and low, 15. Make him live the rest of his life with Neil's mother, 7. And your mama's starting to catch up, George. She's got 4.
You go, Ma.
You go, Ma.
She's
204.
spry.
11:30, we'll change that poll. We're building our list now. Best movie of the last 10 years. And this is, like I said last week, it's something actually useful we can do because opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But in this particular case, we might accomplish something. Give some people an idea. Plus, it'll be good for the economy. You go out to your local video store, which hopefully won't be Blockbuster.
No.
Which reminds me, I got a Blockbuster story here somewhere in my pile if I can find a goddamn thing. Oh, don't say goddamn. Can't say that.
Jesus Christ.
If I can find a gosh dang thing. Blockbuster sued for porn on PG movie.
Oh,
How do you like that?
Really?
Woodbury, New Jersey. A couple who says their 4-year-old daughter saw hardcore pornography on a PG-rated movie tape from Blockbuster has sued the video company. The plaintiffs, who were not identified, said the footage appeared on Home Alone 3 tape rented. Well, sometimes when you're home alone, there's some stuff that goes on. On a Home Alone 3 tape rented April 7th from a Glassboro store. The pornographic material allegedly appeared for 10 minutes after the movie credits for the 1997 film.
Oh, my God.
According to the lawsuit, filed in Superior Court, Blockbuster had a responsibility and a duty to inspect, monitor, and ensure the quality and propriety of all video products purchased by its customers. Randy Hargrove, a spokesman for Dallas-based Blockbuster Inc., said Friday that the company does not carry X or NC-17 rated movies and depends on renters to return a tape in the same condition it was given to them. Unfortunately, there are those rare instances when someone will abuse that privilege and damage one of our tapes, he said. So you think it was like a little funny that they pulled?
Yeah, it was funny.
Well, I think it's kind of cute. And it's a 4-year-old girl. She ain't going to know what it's all about. In fact, she might look at it and say...
You call that a penis?
Yeah, she might have said that.
I'll
or maybe later on.
Rent a Macaulay Culkin movie.
Here's a fax that says, I heard on public radio that David Kaye has no doubt that... didn't we just get through talking about this?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, President Washington's got bad teeth, too,
no,
okay?
They're trying to make a point there, because I heard
I'll
the same
get to
interview.
it, but it just pisses me off when they start with something I, number one, just got through talking about. Number two, they've been on this all weekend long. It's been on our website. It says what really gets me is when he added to it that he believes that President Bush, what does it say? Received faulty and shoddy info from the CIA. Yeah. Well, what a concept. Is this going to be Bushmeister's way out? I thought David Kaye was on our side. It says whatever that means. I don't know what that means. Keep an eye on this. The cover-up continues. Thanks. You're the best, says Donna and Delray. Oh, and Greg hates you. Thanks a lot, Donna.
I heard the same interview, and it's like, I don't think the president lied and made stuff up.
I beg your pardon?
That David Kaye thing. He says, he's blaming it on the CIA, not the president. He doesn't think the president was lying.
You see, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference. I mean, there's a shadow of difference there, but the fact of the matter is that it was incompetence. And just to make a bunch of crap up to top it all off. And, of course, we know that they were under pressure, the CIA. We've already heard that from George Tenet. We already know that.
Yes.
That they were being pressured to put together a case because see, this is what wears me out. I know there's a lot of stupid people running around, but we've already know that they had the plan to attack Iraq. In fact, the day and hours after 9/11 happened, Rumsfeld was urging them already to get the plans ready for the Iraq attack. So they could carry out a plan they already had right when they got elected, before they got elected, 1999. I mean, if we didn't have so many goddamn stupid people running around, just like the guy that called before was talking about, with the religion thing. It's tragic. So tragic. People who are just so narrow, who never go anywhere, who don't know what the whole world is all about. And that God thing, man, when are you going to give it up already? When are you going to give up the bull crap? Stop living like a bunch of little children with Santa Claus. Oh, line 9 is ringing. That's always my very favorite. QAM, hello.
Office Space was the best movie.
What is it?
Office Space.
What are you saying?
Office Space.
Yeah, you need some office space, man, in a rubber room somewhere. Maybe with Sheridan. WQAM, hello.
Hello, how you doing, Uncle Neil?
Okay, sir.
I didn't watch the Golden Globes last night, and I was channel surfing, and I happened to go through CNN, and they had a campaign rally for John Kerry, and I'd never really heard him, and he isn't much to look at, but I'll tell you, he actually seemed pretty personable, and he had answers to questions right away. He didn't need a 3x5 index card.
Right.
And as much as I didn't know too much about him before, I think that he might possibly be, but he's going to have to get either Clark or Edwards on the ticket, but he seems like he might possibly be the only possible.
No, I say Bob Graham for VP, man. That's the key.
Yeah, Bob Graham would be a good choice. I didn't even think of that again. But
kick ass in Florida.
Yeah, he was able to stand on his feet and answer questions right away, and he just got to get a better hairpiece.
Maybe he can borrow Dennis Kucinich's.
Or maybe he could borrow one of Mo's.
That could be. Have a great day, Pally.
Bye.
Nothing wrong with Kerry. He's a little scary looking, no question about that. Saving Private Ryan, somebody says, best movie of the last 10 years. How did Shakespeare in Love beat this movie out for the Academy Award? They want to know. They're outraged, obviously. And no notable mentions, please. They can't stop.
No. Oh, they can't.
Man, oh man, I go out of my way. I go through a long speech like I'm teaching kindergarten or something with a bunch of little kids, and it doesn't make any difference. They just will not.
I can't
Stop with the lists. I don't want a list. Let's get 8 million people's opinion as opposed to one person with 8 million a list.
Should change the question to accommodate them.
I see.
The question should read, how
what
many
are the
movies
best 100
can you
movies
name?
of the last half
No,
hour?
not even best, just how many movies can you name?
There you go. In fact, we'll do that tomorrow. We'll keep you on the air until you run out. How's that?
All right.
By the way, speaking of interesting things, and it's about time we did something because this station is dying, man. It's like being on a Titanic. You can feel us going down, even with that bogus book. We're losing it. Nice going, Greg. You're killing us. But we got the Hot Couples Contest coming back with sometime this week. We're going to have another one. So be prepared for that. Start snapping them snapshots, okay? Start popping it.
Yeah, nudity is highly encouraged.
You know, I love Katrina, but her mom could use some help, you know what I mean? Because I look at this log and I wonder to myself, how much thought, how many seconds did she think when she was
About 30, man.
making this log out? But nevertheless, I'll tell you again, Balance for Life is the way to lose that weight, the painless, the easy, the delicious way, as opposed to a lot of other complicated, maybe even dangerous diet programs that don't work. And why is it so easy? Because the people at Balance for Life figure out the glycemic values of the carbs. They prepare delicious, fresh goodies, nothing frozen, no additives, no chemicals, and it really is good for you. And that's all you have to do. There's plenty of food in your black sack to keep you happy all day long, so you won't be snacking and cheating. In fact, there are 3 delicious meals and 2 snacks in your sack every day. There's nothing like having a snack in the sack. And they give you that menu once a week you fill out. You have 2 choices for each meal every day that you're on the program. These are the only people with this kind of a program that let you choose between 2 for every meal and snack on the program. So if you're tired of being fat, if you're tired of being gigantic and having no energy and wearing pup tents for clothing, this could be the thing you've been searching for a long time. Balance for Life. It's so simple, even anybody can do it, even me. Call 954-568-3229. 954-568-3229, or check them out on the web at balanceforlife.com. I guarantee if you stick with it, you'll start seeing results within just a matter of days on that scale.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Play with these titties.
It's NBC's new hit reality series, The Ultimate Job Interview. The Apprentice, starring billionaire Donald Trump.
Here's a business tip, ladies. If your boss asks you if you want to have sex with him in his apartment, he only shows kings and presidents, you say, In business, you have to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to be heard or express an opinion.
I have something to say. I don't feel comfortable agreeing to sleep with you.
You're fired.
Isn't that against the law, Mr. Trump?
2 words for your sweet cheeks. Fired.
Isn't that 1 word?
You're fired.
The Apprentice.
All right, here's a business tip, guys. You see my hair? Horrible hair. Dead cat. Doesn't matter. Women across the world want me. Know why? I'm worth billions. You, good-looking black guy, how do you do with the ladies?
I do pretty well.
No, you don't. You're nothing. Let's ask the ladies. Ladies, if you had to pick which one of us to go to bed with, who would it be? Good-looking poor black guy or billionaire with dead cat hair?
Dead cat hair guy!
Thought so. I love New York.
The Apprentice on NBC.
11:19. You know, I actually saw that the other day for the first time.
Yeah. I saw some of that.
And I'm really sorry I did.
Yeah.
I never liked him in the first place. I'm not one of these people who's in awe of people that got tons of money. Like Ted Turner, who's basically does a lot of good things, but he's a moron.
Right.
Or like Bill Gates, who is a little wimpy quisling.
And nebbish.
Right. And then like this guy, and George Steinbrenner's another one. But Donald Trump don't impress me at all. Would I like to have his money? Sure, who the hell wouldn't? But that show, have you seen?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what it's all about?
His ego?
No, it's about humiliation.
Oh, yeah.
See, America doesn't want to show too much sex on TV because then the FCC will yank everybody's license and take away all their marbles. So the closest thing we can get to like seeing real S&M is the humiliation thing, which is why you got Survivor and what's the one where they got to eat the worms and the crap?
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor, all of that garbage. Who's gonna stab who in the back? That's what it's all about now. Mrs. Robinson.
Listening.
Yeah, it's like Donald Trump is playing Mrs. Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's
he was there last night, too, Dustin Hoffman. How come they didn't have a big standing ovation for him, I wonder?
That's right. Very underrated.
Even Tom Cruise gave him like a little look. Boy, here's an article you're going to love from the Times of India. Bush stole the presidential election, says Tony Blair's wife. In a forthright view that's likely to embarrass her husband, Sherry Blair, wife of Prime Minister Tony Blair, is reported to have observed that George W. Bush stole the U.S. presidential election from Al Gore. And she is
absolutely correct.
Man. Sherry Blair still believed that Bush had stolen the White House from Gore. Author Philip Stevens wrote in his book, Tony Blair, The Making of a World Leader. Although Tony Blair was pragmatic about Bush's victory, Mrs. Blair was far less sanguine about the Supreme Court decision that gave him the keys to the White House. She believed Al Gore had been robbed of the presidency and was hostile to the idea of her husband cozying up to the new president. Even as they flew to Washington for their first meeting with the presidential couple, Mrs. Blair was in no mood to curry favor, the book stated. The book's disclosures of Mrs. Blair's forthright views will cause embarrassment in Downing Street because of Blair's good working relations with Bush and the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, although they will not surprise officials or ministers who knew her well. How do you like that? She's a lot smarter than he is.
You go, girl.
Yeah. I say Sherry Blair for Prime Minister, for the Queen. Maybe she can be the new Queen. Here's our one Cuban Democrat in Miami who says, long-time listener, by the way, thank you for that excellent link to the conspiracy theoro info. Shame on you. You better hide. The Bush people are probably on their way to get you. Well, bring them on. Bring them on. That's the new deal with everybody. Bring them on. You notice Kerry is doing that thing now, too? Yeah. Bring them on. Okay, let's wrap up this other poll and get the other one on there. What do you say?
All right.
Well, we don't have many on there because I've been rambling, but that's okay. I sound, almost human. I bet you by tomorrow I'll have the last vestiges of all this snot out of my system.
Hot showers.
It's on the way out. It's almost gone, but it's that room right there. You're going to be sick again soon. Hank was telling me he had this crud for 3 weeks. The humper had it for 3 weeks.
Microphone.
And of course, when you have this crud, you stay inside a lot. So you know what Hank was doing for 3 weeks? Probably pigging out. Got nothing else to do. You can't leave the house. Can't go to the titty bars. You can't go to the track. You just stay inside and you're like pigging out. Lose an ounce, Hank, please. I love you, baby. You're, oh man, just bursting out all over. I keep telling these guys, and they all thank me. Mad Dog, Joe Rose, the Humper. They've all taken my advice. Just forget about management. They're not going to get any smarter. Just take the money right to the bank. And they all agree. What's not to like? But you got to stay around. You got to stick around and live long enough to enjoy it, right?
Right.
Speaking of that, what should happen to Seymour Shus, that 69-year-old guy? Make him live with Mo, 70. Long jail sentence, 63. Make him live the rest of his life with George's mother and Neil's mother, 33. Nothing, it was an accident. You know how many say that?
About 30, man.
Yeah, shame on you. Accident, my fat ass. 12% say that. Take away a sweet and low, 24. Death penalty, 19. That was my vote. Fry his ass. Make him live the rest of his life with Neil's mother, 7. And make him live the rest of his life with Jorge's mama. Y tu mama también, 5.
Now, there would be a reality show.
Out of 251. Y tu mama también?
No, both our mothers in the same room.
Oh, my God. How long would that last? How many seconds would that last?
About 30, man.
Wow. Okay, here's the facts it says. First, my cousin Vinny should be up there. Best in the last 10 years, it says. You see my cousin Vinny?
Yeah, I thought it was adequate. It was better than I thought it would be. How's that?
Oh! And, speaking of Sofia Coppola, because this other thing here with the most recent deaths, Sofia Coppola, her nose has sprouted. It's grown like triple what it used to be. It used to be gigantic.
Right.
Now it is like, talk about, please big size that one for me.
Her nose grew a nose.
Wow. She must have taken that right on down to the 7-Eleven and had her them biggie size it.
She's got the money to fix it.
Yeah, but wouldn't people like you would then say, oh, you see that? She had a nose job.
Yeah, no.
Plus, you know what? Even if she fixed her nose, she'd still be grotesque. Plus, she's probably getting laid plenty, man. A lot more than you are.
Sure, I know.
Guaranteed.
Really?
Italia Coppola, mother of filmmaker Francis Ford Coppola and actress Talia Shire, whom I love. She's great. And grandmother of oh, look at that. The grandmother of actor Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Who appeared in 2 of Coppola's films, One from the Heart and The Godfather Part 2, who published a cookbook, Mama Coppola's Pasta Book, Mamma Mia, and whose images grace a line of pasta and sauces named for her nickname, Mamarella. Died January 21st in L.A., home of natural causes. She was 91. That's old enough, 91. What?
Nothing.
Ron Krickenberger. He was the political director of the Libertarian Party. Right. He died January 20th of melanoma in Washington, age 48. Boy, this is depressing. It's the death segment. Ray Rayner, legendary Chicago TV host. He was also, we never heard of him. Do you ever hear of him?
No.
Hosted the Rayner Shine, Popeye's Firehouse, Little Show. best known as clown Oliver O'Oliver on WGN's Bozo the Circus, which was very big. Died January 21st of pneumonia at his home in Fort Myers. He was 84. That was old enough. Dean Miller, actor best known for playing Matt Henshaw, Spring Byington's son-in-law in the TV comedy series December Bride. He died of cancer in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, January 13, age 75. This is great. Thanks. They ought to update us with this every day.
Yes.
Like Ranieri used to do that thing off the AP wire with the, what he used to do? The birthday list. We'll do the death list. Oh, yeah, because we're a bunch of bastards on this show. Albert Henderson, character actor who appeared in a number of notable films, including Serpico, Coogan's Bluff, The Postman Always Dings Twice, and Big Top Pee-wee, and was a regular on the TV series Car 54, Where Are You? Played Officer O'Hare, no kin to Francis O'Hare, died in L.A. at the age of 88. And John Stamos. For a minute there, I thought it said John Stamos. That would be bad. Wouldn't that be bad?
Yeah, well, whatever.
Now, what do you mean by that? He's not old enough to be dying yet.
No, but,
it wouldn't bother you if Blackie died?
No,
Shame on you, man. Rock drummer who can be heard on recordings such as Hello, It's Me by Todd Rundgren, and That's the Way I've Always Heard It Could Be by Carly Simon. Best known as drummer for Peter Frampton, 72 to 78. He was found dead January 16 in his Brooklyn apartment of unknown causes, age 56. There you go. There's today's celebrity death list on the Neil Rogers Show. I like that. We can make a regular feature out of that.
Show enough.
Huh? Why the hell not? Okay, when we come back, let's start for serious getting some names on this list. What was the absolute best movie that you'd recommend? One, solamente uno, of the past 10 years, 1993 to 2003. What do we got so far? Let's Schmidt can this other poll here, Eric. I don't want to get pushy, but I think we got the message. Make what's his name, Seymour Shus is moving in with Mo.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And if Mo, that's right. And if Mo should look at him cross-eyed, just a few of those would be good. 27 after 11 at 560 WQAM. I'll tell you one thing. If you don't get a good night's sleep, you wake up in the morning and you feel like you haven't slept at all. That's why your mattress is so important. Most people don't really appreciate a great mattress, as Bob Lasseter used to say. Remember he used to say appreciate? Well, you should. Anyway, Dollar Mattress knows that it's important to everybody with a brain to get a good night's sleep, and that's why they give you only the best merchandise. No off-brands, no crap. And now, Dollar Mattress is proud to add Stearns & Foster to their already strong championship lineup. Stearns & Foster is the finest mattress made in America, and you can sleep on one as soon as tonight if you call that toll-free number like all of us at QM have done, 1-800-MATTRESS. And Dollar Mattress also carries all the other top names in the world, too. They got your Sealy and Serta, Simmons King Coil Tempur-Pedic, too. You can choose from dozens and zillions of models at low, unbeatable, everyday discount prices today and every day, even next Sukkot. And only Dollar Mattress gives you that 2-hour delivery window when it's convenient for you any day of the week, 7 days, from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So all of these things put together, low prices, same-day delivery, free setup and removal. You got to be crazy to go to your bedding and department store and get ripped off. The only smart way to get you a great night's sleep is calling Dial a Mattress, which I've been doing for years. Call 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, or online it's mattress.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
On Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story. Salt and Pepper made Push It one of the biggest dance club songs of the 80s. And to this day, scholars still debate one of music history's toughest questions. What could the song have possibly been about?
Push it good. Push it real good.
Well, sadly, I don't know if we'll ever really get to the bottom of what this song was trying to convey to the listener.
Pop music historian Peter Principle.
I mean, push it. This can mean any number of things. Push the door open, for example. Yes, push that door open real good. Push the button on that home appliance of yours. Push the button real good. Push the stuffing further into the turkey. You see how deliciously open to interpretation this song is?
But one renegade journalist, Rolling Stone rock critic Matthew Britney's Pelvis, has shaken the music industry with his allegations that Push It could be about the insertion of the penis firmly into the vagina.
Hey, I'd looked at that song from every possible direction. Then it hit me. Christ almighty, this song is about f***ing. And hard.
Oh, please. Matthew Britney's Pelvis is nothing but a bitter failed writer who wants to revive his career with these accusations of Push It being about the act of sexual congress. Next thing you know, he'll be saying all those rap songs about entering women from behind are actually about entering women from behind. Good one. Good one.
Alas, we may never know for certain what Push It was all about. Only one thing is for certain. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business tonight on Inside the Behind. And I have no idea what I meant by that.
I'll bet you didn't. 11:32, 28 till noon. We got the Mad Dog at 2 this afternoon. The Humper at the Super Bowl in Houston at 4. 6:30, it's Panther preview. Panthers at the Rangers at 7. That should be a pushover. Nice goal, by the way, with that first Yarmer Yager game for the Rangers. It was tight, 9-1. 9-1, they get buried by Ottawa. Eddie K after the hockey game, and Joe and Mark overnight. Roberto Luongo ought to be like the athlete of the year already in South Florida. Does anybody care?
No.
They don't even know who that is. Very sad.
Who?
See what I'm saying? Good Italian kid. Ira, who brought us lunch today, wants us to hoard the station. No problem. Anytime for you, Ira. No problem at all. Atlantic City Subs presents Super Sub Bowl Extravaganza. Gourmet sub platter, homemade beach bum brownie platter for all you brownie hounds, a large Caesar salad platter, a bag of famous homemade croutons, and $10 in Atlantic City Subs certificate. Feeds up to 15 people, only $99.95 at Atlantic City Subs right now.
They do have good croutons, too.
They have great croton. You can call them at 954-986-8811. 986-8811. Or they're at 3355 Sheridan Street in Hollywood, half-mile west of I-95 on Sheridan Street. Not too far from where we used to be when we were at the IOD.
Right.
On a real radio station almost. Even the Buddy Bud Paxson days, I know, I don't want to start reminiscing. They weren't all that bad, you know what?
I know.
We had our problems. We had, we had Ron and Ron. And we had the engineers, but engineers are always assholes. What that was his name?
Roy!
Pressman. And Mad Max. But, and then of course we had Tommy Kramer, who did not do drugs in the 60s and 70s.
Right.
Got some good news for the Dean people, by the way.
We're going to South Carolina, and Oklahoma, and Arizona, and North Dakota, and New Mexico. We're going to California, and Texas, and New York. And we're going to South Dakota, and Oregon, and Washington, and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House. Yeah!
Anyway, what did I tell you about the polls? Sooner or later, you'll find one you like. Democratic presidential contender John Kerry holds a shrinking 3-point lead, only 3, over Howard Dean on the eve of the New Hampshire primary, according to a Reuters MSNBC Zogby poll released today. In other words, 5 minutes ago it was like, 35 to 15 was like 20. Now it's only 3%. Dean shaved 4 points off Kerry's advantage. Well, let's see, this is another poll. Kerry leads Dean 31 to 28% in the new poll. John Edwards is jumping 3 points to narrowly trail Wesley Clark for third place, 13 to 12%. Drew Lieberman remains static at 9%. Don't give us no static, Mr. Lieberman. Coxahois. There is no question the race is tightened up, pollster John Zogby said. Dean stopped the bleeding in the middle of the week, and he has slowly regained some of the support he had lost. Dean's favorable. Well, listen, I have no problem with him other than the fact I don't think he can win. And they're going. If you think they made a monkey out of him so far, just wait. I think that they're salivating. They're just licking each other's chops there in the White House. All those Nazi bastards are goose-stepping around. They got the full gear on, the full SS gear.
Over that? Over the scream?
No, they're salivating over they're hoping that he gets nominated.
Because why? Because he screamed.
Because they can scare the people. Not just. Let me say it to you again, which you seem to be forgetting. I said it on Friday. I'll say it again. He lost Iowa. He came in a dismal third with 18%.
Yeah.
Okay. That was before any scream, before any wild speech, before all of these things.
Yeah, what's Iowa?
Pretty goddamn important, unfortunately.
I don't get
Especially when you're leading by a humongous margin. His performance in the debates was deplorable. It was pathetic. And not only that, but now that he trotted his wife out, all I can say about her is, I got to play that bit again a few times. Give me a break.
Play it now.
Man. Huh? You want to play it right now?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, I can't handle the pressure here. I'm a little under the weather, folks. Well, I'm serious. Man.
And now, a word from Howard Dean's wife.
Hi. Hello there. I'm Dr. Judith Steinberg, wife of presidential candidate Howard Dean. You can call me Judy, not Judge Judy. That's a different miscut. People want to know why I'm hardly ever on campaign trail with Howie. Hey, did you get a good look at me in Iowa? I scared the crap out of myself. I make Frau Fabissen look like a Shayna Poonam. Stop me if I'm bombarding you with too much Yiddish, huh? Anyway, Howie says after I showed up, his numbers drop it. Know what I say? That's a bunch of mishigas. For those of you who don't capiche the Yiddish, that means crap. Howie's a good guy, though he's what you might call a loose cannon. He's got a pretty bad temper on him. I remember one time, one of our kids left the cap off of the toothpaste. I thought he was going to blow a gasket. The veins popped out in his head, and that white spit strings were going in the corners of his mouth. He went my sugar. I spent 23 years with this Shagets. Most of the time he's a mensch, but on occasion, I hate him. I think my husband Howie would make for a very good president. One of the things I'm a little PO'd about is that Howie doesn't let us have a TV. I want to watch Sex in the City, I get to schlep down to campaign headquarters or to the Kroger's to watch on some tiny black and white set. I have never seen any program in color, so I'm no Jackie Kennedy. Hell, if you look at me, I'm no Ted Kennedy. I don't wear makeup. I'm like a whisker away from being Amish. Don't expect to see much more of me during the campaign. The only reason I'm addressing you today is because I was able to chew through my restraints. Anyway, Gazak Gazunt. That's Yiddish for Dr. Judith Steinberg. Over and out.
Paid for by the committee to elect John Kerry president.
That line about, what does she say, I'm a hair's breadth away from being an Amish. That's a beauty. She's not. In fact, who's the bigger miskite, her or Hadassah Lieberman?
Oh,
Man.
what's a miskite?
Ooh-wee. Grotesque.
I see.
Dean's favorable ratings crept back up this week, but this is what bothers me a lot. Almost half of likely New Hampshire voters still think it's unlikely he can beat President Bush, a crucial issue as Democrats look at in November's general election. There are still some very serious doubts about whether he can beat President Bush. Zogby said of Dean, who gained 5 points in the new poll, while Kerry gained 1 point, and Edwards jumped 3 points. The other candidates stayed level. Wesley Clark ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
I'm sure Bubba ain't too happy about that. Bubba was at the Macarena yesterday in front of hundreds of cheering fans. And he basically said what we already know, that this president is a moron, is what he said. In fact, they quoted in the article about it, I got it here somewhere, one Republican, one Bush supporter who said, where the hell is it? I just kept thinking that of President Bush up there trying to talk like that, said registered Republican Tim McClellan, 48 of Pompano Beach. I just couldn't picture it. Clinton is really articulate. How do you like that?
Yeah.
In other words, they know that what we got now is like that. So what are you thinking about, Tim? Huh? Let's get rid of once and for all, okay? Chronic compulsive liar who's sacrificing American lives right now as we speak.
It's worth it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Liar, liar, it's on, that thing's on fire. Okay, once we come back from the break, then we're going to get heavy duty into a million calls, because I know we're lagging on the second poll, because a lot of people don't want to vote yet, because they don't like whatever the movies are up there. See what I'm saying? We only got 18 votes. And that's because we only got like 7 or 8 movies on there. Saving Private Ryan's got 7. My cousin Vinny's got 3. Is that a Guido movie? Yes.
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
Like I said, a Guido movie. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, all of these things, 2. Magnolia's got a pair. Office Space 2. Glengarry Glen Ross 1, that's George. And Requiem for a Dream 1. Did you vote for Glengarry Glen Ross?
Yes.
All right. Don't forget, always be closing. ABC. 20 till noon at 560 WQM. Hey, I'll tell you one thing, speaking of dieting, which everybody and their brother talks about it, and if you're on the Atkins, which, believe you me, when he was alive, he didn't get this much publicity. Oh, guess what? Well, I better not do it now when I'm doing the spot.
Okay.
Because they might carry it. Remember I told you about those Atkins Indulge bars? There's an Atkins Indulge ice cream. All I would suggest to you is don't indulge too much. Anyway, Delights has got all kinds of good stuff. They got breads and bagels, cookies and crackers, chips and brownies, chocolates, their own ice cream, pastas, sauces, ketchup, and cheesecakes, all low-carb, sugar-free if you're on any of those diets, whether it's the South Beach diet, the Atkins, the Skatkins, the Suzanne Summers, whatever it might be. And guess what? The coast is clear now because finally, after all these years, they've announced low-carb isn't all bad. It's not dangerous no more. All of a sudden. Delights is open every day, 7 days a week from 10 till 10, and you can always try anything in the store before you buy it. They got a friendly staff that knows dieting inside and out, and they have the most complete line of Atkins Brands products anywhere. They're on sale today, next Purim, and all day, every day. So if you're on one of those low-carb diets, here's a store that'll really please you because they've got the variety that'll keep you satisfied on your low-carb diet for a long time. Delights of West Boca, it's on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Call them toll-free at 1-877-LOW-CARB, or on the web you'll find them at low-carb, that's with a W, lowcarb.com. Don't forget there's only one Delights of West Boca. It's your official Atkins retail center.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
In theaters now, Lord of the Onion Rings.
You're a fat idiot.
Give me some food. I want food. Cheeseburgers, pizza, onion rings.
Cheeseburger, 2 Pepsi, 1 cheese.
Cheeseburger, 2 Pepsi, 1 cheese.
Ooh,
loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
Chopping onions can be a chore.
He's fat and stupid.
I'm not fat. Shut up, fat boy.
Lord of the onion rings.
Your good friend is morbidly obese.
Damn, dude, I'm huge.
I want to gain so much weight, Richard Simmons comes to my front door.
Can I show you a little magic?
You're sick. That's disgusting.
11:46, 14 till noon at 560. Okay, let's get this thing going for serious now, okay? What do you say?
Okay.
Okay.
You think?
Okay.
What was the absolute best movie of the last 10 years from 1993 to 2003? We've only got a short list so far because we've been dicking around here with a lot of important stuff. A lot of stuff that's going to change the world. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 12. My Cousin Vinny, 12. Saving Private Ryan, 10. Glengarry Glen Ross, 8. Glengarry Glen Hill. Office Space, 4. Requiem for a Dream, 4. Magnolia's only got 2, and Payback, which I didn't even know we put it on there, has got none out of 52.
I'm working ahead. You're getting
How come Magnolia does so poorly?
No.
I mean, is my taste really that bad?
Yes.
What is that all about? And don't start with the ending again.
Okay, I won't.
I mean, if people would ask you, should I go see that movie?
You know,
you would say, should I? No.
Movies like Magnolia and Happiness aren't widely popular.
You didn't let me finish the question.
I'm sorry.
If somebody were to ask you, would you recommend that I rent or buy that movie and watch it, what would you say?
I would say yes.
Well, Shawshank Redemption, was that within the last 10 years?
I don't know.
But
we got a fact checker in the other room over here.
Really?
Yeah.
I got my big book, and the good part of this is I don't have to look up the reviews in this one nasty, this British Time.
94.
1994. Shawshank Redemption, and by the way, if Jason, that used to work at our station, still is listening, which I doubt, I still haven't watched it, and I'll never find it again. Don't anybody ever loan me a book, a videotape, anything if you ever expect to see it again. I can't stand that.
That's why
I just don't like
give
it.
you the movie here. South Park, just keep it.
I will.
Okay.
You'll never see it again.
That's fine.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. QAM, hello.
Yeah, I took Neil.
Yes, sir, speaking.
Neil, I got one for the poll. The usual
All right.
suspects.
What is it?
The usual suspects.
Usual Suspects is good. Thanks, Pally. In fact, I'm not really sure it is good. Didn't I
It
say
was good. Well, no, I don't think you actually saw it yet.
I didn't?
No.
Who's in it?
Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro, what's his name, that other guy?
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I forget his name.
Poopy
He's in a lot of
Compo.
stuff. Yeah.
Poopy Compost. Anyway, Usual Suspect. I know it's in the other room. I got it in my rack.
Yeah,
it's in the rack.
It's good.
Maybe I'll watch that today, right after South Park, the movie. You think?
Maybe. You tell me.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. In fact, what I should do, what's that one that I like with Matt Damon? Well, Matt, I'll tell you, The Talented Mr. Ripley was good. You wouldn't like it because you say it's a fag movie.
I didn't say it's a fag movie. Other people did. I never saw it, so how could I say that?
It is a fag movie, but there have been other movies that you've liked that were fag movies, too.
There were?
Yes, I forget. There was one in particular, and it catches you, man, with your pants down, so to speak. You would like this movie. Jude Law's in it.
Okay.
What's not to like?
I'll watch
it. Great, beautiful scenery in
cable.
Italy, man, in Roma. Of course, never having been to Rome, being the schlepper that you are, you don't appreciate it quite as much as I do.
I haven't seen Cold Mountain. That's the new Jude Law movie that's out right now.
Okay, Cold Mountain, get that on there, man.
Well,
it's out
right now.
He got nominated for that last night. Did he win? No. He's great. Jude Law is excellent.
I want to see it.
And I'll say it again. I don't know how they do it. It's like ABBA, who didn't speak any English. They were Swedes Swedish girls who spoke nothing but Swedish.
Right.
And all of their music is in perfect English.
Right.
No accent.
They did their same songs in French and Spanish as well.
In Espanol. Si. But, and the same with Jude Law. He speaks with a very, very heavy English accent. He's a Brit, of course, give you the Schmidt. And, in the movies, he doesn't, unless he's supposed to, of course, but like in Talented Mr. Ripley, there is no accent at all. Now, how do you just lose it like that?
It's called acting.
I see. What a concept.
I know.
WQAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I got one for your poll.
A lady already, and it's not even noon on Monday.
Right on, Neil. Bowling for Columbine.
Outstanding.
Yes, and don't you think that everybody should be required to see that in the high schools?
They should be forced, like in A Clockwork Orange, they should prop their eyes open with toothpicks and force them to watch it for about 5
Neil,
hours.
I have two for your own recreational viewing. Boondock Saints with William Dafoe and The Devil's Playground about the Amish people gone bad.
Okay.
Have a great one, Neil.
You too. Thanks a lot.
Okay, bye.
Boy, she was sure bubbly and effervescent, wasn't she?
I like that a lot.
I mean, she was no Charlize Theron, but you never know.
You never do know. Send a picture,
Send
honey.
us some pictures, right. She was very nice. And it's so unusual that we have a lady caller anymore now that we're doing the screenless all year, but that's okay, because the ratings showed how many women we got?
About 30, man.
That's all right. That'll be enough to keep you busy for a while. And Josh. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. 68 votes, and look what's leading. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Look at my thing. 17. I mean, like Indiana Jones, those are not movies that I would watch.
Those aren't for you.
No. Lord of the Rings,
Big
is that a movie I would watch?
Movies with, like, heroes.
I mean, I like Star Trek.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Did I say Star Trek? Star Wars? Oh, excuse me. I like Star Trek, okay.
These are good
but
movies.
After the first 2,000 episodes of the TV show got a little bit stale.
The Lord of the Kings series were good movies.
Yeah. For what? Adults?
Yeah.
Little children?
Anyone.
Really?
Anyone.
Don't like that crap.
I know.
567, I like a little more blood and guts, stuff like that. Like The Godfather, man. See, the problem is, though, when we talk about movies, and that's why I decided to do this one, we talk like a couple of old fuddy-duddies, which we both are, let's face it, even you.
Sure.
The day is coming. Josh probably refers to you behind your back as the old man, and me as, the ancient man.
The fossilized old man.
Right, the old fossil. But you're getting up there, man.
No question.
And so now we're losing our grip. Although you do, see a lot more contemporary movies because you probably get bootleg copies for free.
Oh, I got a teenager. I got to stay up to date with.
Right.
With
see,
the teenager.
but I don't see these because I'm just not inclined to go rushing out to see the latest. Like, what was the one? Cold what?
Cold Mountain.
Cold Mountain.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to. It's
what is it?
About I don't know, Jude Law in North Carolina.
Oh.
And war.
Maybe he's hanging out in your cabin.
Like yeah.
Well, let me know where it is. Now, what was the other one with Jude Law? Talented Mr. Ripley. Did you get that down?
I got it down.
Okay, you should see it. I'm telling you.
I will.
Quite a story.
On free for cable.
WQM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm on screenless. I didn't know. Sorry.
You're on screenless right now.
Hey, Neil, I've got a good movie for you. Not for the poll, but one you might be interested in seeing.
Okay.
And I think it's called Wild. It has Jude Law as playing Oscar Wilde's lover.
Really?
And it's an interesting movie. It's very good.
Huh.
And
okay.
It's got him. And
I bet your Oscar would have liked that.
Is that Oscar Wilde movie?
Yeah,
that's what he just said.
I saw that. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. And I think it was before Jude Law was famous because I can't imagine him. Pretty graphic, actually, the movie. But
I'll be damned. I'm going to go out and get it today.
And I'm assuming you have Clockwork Orange on your poll already?
Last 10 years?
Oh, sorry. Didn't know it was last 10 years. All right, well,
okay.
that's it. I'm out of material.
Don't do it again. See ya. Now, why did you just play the bell like that?
Oh, because I meant to play it.
The guy's underlying. He didn't hear the whole poll, okay? Give me the whole poll. That's what Screwan always says. Give me the whole poll. And they usually do. What was the absolute best movie of the last 10 years? Not all time. We already been through that. Or pre-80, we did that. We want a little more contemporary for people under the age of 100. 1993 to 2003. Although, I will, looking at it the other way, more constructive, is that when you give, and I said this when we took the poll last week, when you give movies pre-1980, you think that most people under the age of like 30, say, or 40, haven't seen those movies because they're not contemporary. And for the people that haven't seen them, they're really missing something if they don't go rent or buy the DVD or the VHS if they're old-fashioned or whatever. Oh, by the way, in 5 years, it's all going out, CDs, not DVDs, but CDs going out.
Right.
You see that on our website?
Mm-hmm.
No more CDs. So what do we got so far? Lord of the Rings, Return of the King has got 20. Saving Private Ryan, 15. My Cousin Vinny, 14. Glengarry Glen Ross has got 10. I'm shocked and pleased with that.
Very good.
God, is that a great movie.
Get the chalk! Hey! Get the chalk!
Kevin Spacey takes so much abuse in that movie. It's just a beautiful thing.
Every character, every line, every scene is golden.
But he gets his revenge in the end.
Sure.
Because I don't like you.
Don't give it away.
What? Well, I didn't tell him who it was.
Yeah.
Office Spacey 7. The Shawshank Redemption 4. It's about a prison break or something. Isn't it about a prison movie?
It's prison.
I don't want to see a prison movie anymore. I want to see no Jew movies either.
Or
I don't want to see that. By the way, the Pope said he did not watch that anti-Jew Mel Gibson movie. Now they're changing their tune. Right, he didn't see it.
The Passion.
First they said he gave it his thumb of approval, and he said no, he pulled his thumb out. Like Shawshank Redemption 5, Requiem for a Dream 4, Bowling for Columbine 3, Magnolia's got 3. We got another one with some good taste. Usual Suspects 2, and none yet for Payback, Cold Mountain, or Forrest Gump. How did you sneak that on there? Ross says it made me cry like a little girl. The fact that they made money with that movie and people actually liked it, that made me cry like a real screaming little girl. You know?
Well, life is like a box of
chocolates. And ever since he made that movie, I hate him like poison. Tom Hanks. He's just lost it. He's gone like that. He's like the Neil Diamond of movies now. He considers himself like, you know what I mean? He's legendary. It's another epic with Tom Hanks. Just stay in the bathtub with the, with a mermaid and everything will come out okay.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
No sé si ir al baño o darle cuerda a mi reloj.
John Kerry didn't mess around. The people love him so, and this we know for sure. John Edwards is a big contender for a win in November in 2004. Guess what? Dean is feeling he took third place, and that's killing him right now. Gephardt in the four-way race, he ended up last place. He's going home right now.
It's 12 noon at 560 WQM. Happy Monday to you. Mad Dog at 2, the Humper from the Super Bowl in Houston at 4. Who's in that Super Bowl? Ain't it Carolina against the Patriots?
Yes.
Last time I checked.
Must be talking to Josh.
Aren't the Dolphins in that Super Bowl this year?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't want to rub it in, do I?
Yes.
Huh. It's a great sports town, Neil. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, whatever you say. Kobe Bryant, by the way, they're playing the race card there. Aren't you surprised?
No, never saw that coming.
The defense has now played the race card in the Kobe Bryant case, and Celebrity Justice has learned that the basketball star's very first interview with the police may come back to haunt him, to which I would say,
all right,
try his ass. Bryant and his attorney, Pamela Mackey, entered the courtroom, where she entered the argument that the basketball star's accuser may have targeted him because he's black. During a bid to get the woman's medical record, and of course they've smeared her, unbelievably, that's always the technique. Whether it's Bobby Blake, whether it's Michael Jackson, always smear the accuser. During a bid to get the woman's medical records into evidence at trial, Mackey told a judge there's a history of African-American men being wrongly accused of rape by white women. What the hell was that movie? To Kill a Mockingbird? Gregory Schmeck.
She asked me
Eagle
to bust
County
up a
defense lawyer. What?
She asked me to come in and bust up a chifferobe.
Eagle County defense lawyer Craig Silverman says it was bound to happen. He says race is always an issue, whether you want to address it on the surface or not. But former Denver DA Norm Early says he's saddened by the statement. He says, unfortunately, he would hope this case would go from beginning to end without this rearing its ugly head. You think there was head involved in this?
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Casino is the best movie, says Oscar. Casino.
Got a fact saying that Glenn Ross is from 92.
Oh, no, and that's your fault.
It's my fault. My bad. How could it be that old?
Want me to verify it?
Oh, I'm looking there. They printed up the from IMDb.
Well, if that's the case, then why do I need to look it up?
You don't.
Just drop my big
Oh, well.
Okay, take it off there. Sorry, still go and see it. It's great. Should I have done like from 90 to 2003?
No, I don't care.
Well, why not? Then we can leave it on there.
All right.
Then all Eric has to do is then all he has to do is just change from 1990 to 2003. Just change that date, Eric, if you get around.
Lower the bar.
Yeah, 90 to, 13 is a lucky number. Works for Matt Sundin. Danny Boy. How's Danny Marino doing? Anybody seen him lately?
No.
Casino, it says, I have gone to Vegas 3 times and practically live at Miccosuni Casino since I've seen it. But the best reason is it's the best because due to gambling I've gotten divorced, says Oscar. Nice going, Oscar. Congratulations to you.
Incredible.
Can I nominate Harry Peter and the Sorcerer's Boner, says Mike in Plantation. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
It's real cute. Get a life, Mike. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. So Glenn Ross. We'll just change that 1990 to 2003. It'll be changed momentarily. Now, remember I just read you that Zogby poll with Reuters and Zogby and a couple of other schmendricks they found on the street?
Yes.
With Howard Dean's wife. She also was participating in the poll. CNN and They're talking about it right now. There's that obnoxious Wolf Blitzkrieg.
Polling booths tomorrow, but how reliable
Here's the CNN time poll, okay? Kerry 36. This is as of right this second. Don't even take a breath. Kerry 36, Dean 25, Clark, I forgot to write down what Clark had, I think 13. Lieberman 10, Edwards 10, and poor Dennis Kucinich has got 1. One bad hairpiece. Well, let me forget that Michael Mayo column, okay?
Don't forget the Michael Mayo.
I might actually be able to read it today since I sound a little bit more articulate today than last week. I think it's that studio. Makes me get like kind of stroked out.
I should have sprayed the microphone.
Slur all my words and get like choking and gagging.
Fag away.
Fight Club. Brad Pitt, the Fight Club.
Mm.
I didn't say I would see it. I didn't say I would like it. I've seen it in the video store a million times. Would I buy it?
No.
Would I watch it?
No.
It's just gratuitous violence, which they like a lot. And maybe they like Brad Pitt. How about American Beauty with Kevin Spacey? That's a beauty. I like that.
Sure.
That's a good choice. Soon to be a classic. Now we're starting to expand that list. Okay, let's get 1,000 movies on there before 2 o'clock. Otherwise they look up and down the list. They say, well, I don't like any of these. Or this isn't my favorite. WQAM, hello. QAM. Speaking,
Hello.
sir.
Can
What
I
is
speak
it?
with Neil?
Speaking.
I got 2 movies.
Oh, well, that's good. Oh, God. I think that was, what's his name?
Oh, hey, there she is.
That was Irving that died. Who's that?
Dean's wife.
Voting.
Oh, there's Howard Dean's wife. Oh, my God. Look at that punter, man. She is grotesque.
And now, a word from Howard Dean's wife.
No, that's enough.
What's the term of what put him? Did she say?
Miaskite.
No.
Oh, well, I know.
Hi. Hello there.
Shayna Punim.
Shayna Punim, that's it.
Yeah.
I got to remember that.
As in Parshane, which means grotesque. 5, 6, 7. Did we change that yet? He's going to work on it. Just relax. And he just changed it as I spoke. That was excellent, Eric. That was like a simultaneous orgasm.
Hey, is that gender specific, that Shayna Punim?
I don't know. What? No, of course not. Like Tom Brady, he's got a Shayna Punim. That's why Laura Bush, man, I'll tell you, he sure looked good in that thing. I didn't watch the State of the Union address for obvious reasons. But they showed a clip of him sitting next to Laura. She only wishes she could get her hands on that. I guarantee you. Wow. Man, he sure looked pretty. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
QAM, yes, sir.
Oh, just calling to tell Neil about Blow and Johnny Deeper. That should be his favorite movie.
Good choice. Okay, excellent combination there. Thank you. Johnny Depp, he looked pretty skanky last night at the Golden Globe Awards. He was there. I don't know what it was. Usually if I turn on, I'm channel surfing and I find one of those shows and I'm gone.
Right.
But there was something about that room. There were just a lot of people in that room that I liked, like Johnny Depp.
A lot of Shayna Punims?
Yeah, some and some not so good. Well, most of them are like, all, like you ought to see De Niro now. Not De Niro, Pacino. Another greaser. Ought to see Al Pacino with it. He's got that little ponytail now. You seen that?
No, I missed that somehow.
And his performance was just stupefying. It was just embarrassing. It was. And he didn't want to shut up. And the one, Jack Nicholson now, on the other hand, who looked like he was really 48 sheets to the wind, as usual. He got up as a presenter, and he didn't say one word. All he did was read the list. He gave and it was very straight.
Well, they weren't
in fact, you know who it was? It was Charlize Theron.
What about her?
He gave her the award.
Oh, very good.
And I thought he was going to stick his tongue down her throat. He tried
I'd like
to
to give her an award.
And he was whispering into her ear, and she was laughing because he said to her, "Are you nice and relaxed to accept this?" Something like that. And then he stood there and he was just drooling and salivating. 5670560, pound 560 on the 8th. She's just a little girl from South Africa is what she said. She couldn't believe she was there. And I still say that blouse she had on looked like several guys had tried to rip that baby off her ass. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How about the prejubilating Mel Gibson epic Braveheart?
Braveheart, okay. Haven't seen that, and if I'm lucky, I won't. Thank you, sir. Braveheart, what do you say?
Sure. Great movie.
I mean, not that we have anything to say. If it's between 1990 and 2004, it's on the list.
Nevertheless,
That's right.
It's a 4-star movie.
I beg your pardon?
Braveheart, it's excellent. You would like
really?
it.
With Mel
heroism
Gibson?
and combat and, epic things happening, yeah.
I don't think I could watch him objectively. He just
Excellent.
even before Passion, this
Well,
whole
he's got a lot of paint on his face, if that helps.
Yeah, maybe a mask. Why do I keep doing line 4? Everybody else is getting screwed because for some reason my finger is stuck on 4. QAM. WQAM, hello.
Hi, I got a great one.
Okay.
American Beauty.
Just beat you to it, but it is good, and thank you so much. Just beat him to it, right?
Yes.
And by the way, speaking of beauty, they're showing Duty on Channel 4 News. I still can't get over that. Don't we all know what crap looks like?
Yes.
Haven't we all seen plenty of it in our lives? We don't need to see baby car seats with crap on it, okay, you assholes at Channel 4 News? What the hell's wrong with you, man? If I say crap on here, oh, gee, did you hear what he said? But they're showing crap right there on the goddamn news. In addition to which, I think most people are getting ready or maybe even already digging into their dinner while they're sitting there watching the 5:30 or 6 p.m. news.
I got it since people like to use the word shock jock all the time inappropriately.
Yeah.
Shock News, Channel 4.
Yeah, Shock News on Channel 4. They'll give you the real Schmidt. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil, how you doing?
Yes, ma'am, another lady.
Woo!
Oh, I can't get over it.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm always here.
Hallelujah. Thank God for you.
Yeah, I have a movie for you, Paul, something
Okay.
I totally enjoyed thoroughly from start to finish. I loved the Pirates of the Caribbean.
With Johnny Depp, Speak of the Devil.
Speak of the Devil. He was there last night. I didn't get to see the Golden Globes. He was actually there.
Yes, he was. He was there. Came to the country. Probably he's got his return ticket, hot in his hand.
Yes, but he wasn't wearing that stupid black striped suit again, was he?
No, but he had, the beard and the long hair. He looked really grubby,
Oh, no. Oh,
Like somebody
God.
needed to hand him a bar of Coast or something.
I'm telling you, you've cleaned that young man up, and he is so hot.
He still could pass for 25, I would say.
He really can.
Mhm.
He's awesome. So that was an enjoyable movie from start to finish.
I would pass him the soap and hope maybe he couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, well, if you want to see him really grungy, go see that movie.
Okay, thanks.
Have a lovely day, sir.
And back to you.
Bye.
Pirates of the Caribbean. What do you say? I say Caribbean.
Put it on there.
Are you ordering him to Oh, is Josh putting these on?
Yeah.
Well, good, because he can't spell, but that's okay. We don't mind. We're not worried about spelling.
No.
Well, he's into that sports crap. He's a sports nerd. 5670560, pound 560. Oh, there's the Deans.
Your concessions.
Dizzy Dean, Howard
Well,
Dean.
You chose to play at 670.
And Farsletta Dean.
1 week. That is your privilege. I have to, if I'm going to run for president.
She could be. I mean, no, seriously. The thing, I think they owe an apology in that Pettingill bit to the Amish people.
Better be willing to
She
take
makes
what it
Chelsea
is.
is the most grotesque thing I have ever. She makes Chelsea Clinton look good. That's how ugly she is.
Once again today, Howard.
Yeah, get out of here, Wolf. Take a hike. WQAM, hello. QAM?
Hey, if you're going to take the list back to 1990,
Yes.
you got to put The Silence of the Lambs on there.
Was that post 90?
That was 90 or 91.
Okay, excellent.
We'll have our fact checker verify that.
We'll have our fact checker check it. Thanks a lot, people. Enjoy.
And
what?
I really enjoy my practice.
I was distracted because I'm looking at her.
I know. Ooh, now there's a donkey puss, man, with the teeth and everything.
Oh, listen. She'll be doing the weather on Channel 7 in the morning pretty soon if he
We
loses.
should have hired a stunt double or something.
God. I wonder what the first thing that Howard Dean said when he saw her face. Huh? When he wakes up in the morning and takes a look at that, he says, man.
Oh, man.
Good God Almighty. Can you imagine waking up in the morning and looking at that?
Oh, no.
That is gruesome. At any rate, to each its own. Maybe that's why, it would be very politically incorrect and extraordinarily rude, and people would accuse the media of piling on, but maybe that's the real reason why he has been keeping her in a closet.
Wouldn't you?
If you were running for any office and you had a wife that looked like that, wouldn't you keep her in the closet?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you bet. 12 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM. It's the last mortgage you'll ever need. It's the only one mortgage from the financial group. The benefits are incredible.
Incredible.
0 closing costs. You pay 0 application fees, 0 credit bureau fees, 0 discounted points. Get yourself the new low interest rate of just 1.25%. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are a mere $334 a month. If you have a $200,000 loan, you pay only $668 a month. And don't forget, once you refinance or get a new home mortgage from Financial Group, you will never, ever pay closing costs again. So call and find out all the details by 1-800-940-LAND by making that call. Get the low-rate mortgage you deserve and then move on to your next property without any further cost or expense. You pay 0 underwriting fee, 0 doc fees, 0 closing costs, even when you move to another property. Get the new low financing rate of just 1.25%. It's the only one mortgage from Financial Group. For details, here's the number to call again. 1-800-940-LAND. You'll never pay closing costs again. Financial Group, 1-800-940-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Restrictions apply. Rate subject to change monthly, 4.21 APR.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Hello.
Yeah.
No,
was that
didn't
it?
Screw up again, did he? My bad.
Was that the last spot?
Live and local.
One moment,
This
please.
is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Hi, this is Sonny Fox, and I listen to Neil Rogers because I can hear the word asshole.
Hey, asshole.
Do you have a green card?
No.
Do you have working papers?
No.
Do you have a visa?
No.
Driver's license?
No.
Social security card?
No.
Library card?
No.
Speed pass?
No.
Easy pass?
No.
Birth certificate?
No.
MasterCard?
No.
Amex?
No.
Diners Club?
No.
Do you own a pair of gloves?
Si.
A hat?
Si.
A rake?
Si.
Hedge trimmer?
Si.
Hedge trimmer?
Si.
Gas-powered leaf blower?
Si.
Lawnmower?
Si.
Then we can help.
Si.
See? We're the United States government, and we don't care if you're here illegally, because we want you to work 17-hour days for virtually no pay, while lazy Americans lay on the couch and collect welfare.
It's the American dream. I love to work hard for no money and live in the box under the bridge.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect George Bush.
That's the American fucking way.
Exactly. 12:17 at 560 WQM. Happy Monday to you. I think I'm getting a mung out of my system, you know?
Very good.
I think
Exorcism?
it's coming
Exercising
out.
it?
The herb tea, in spite of what you said, I think it brings it all out.
Herb?
What was the absolute best movie of the last 13 years, 1990 to 2003, or right this moment? Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 28. The Shawshank Redemption, 24. Gee, I wish I could find that tape Jason gave me. Did you see it?
Yeah.
And?
It was adequate. It was fine. There was nothing wrong with it.
Like I said, I'm sure glad I lost that tape. My Cousin Vinny, 19. Saving Private Ryan, 19. Glengarry Glen Ross, 17. Bowling for Columbine, 12. A must-see. Office Space, 10. Schindler's List, 6. How did you sneak that Jew movie on there?
Oh, real slick.
Oh, God.
Oy.
And, coincidentally, or maybe not, it's right tied with Forrest Gump.
It's very good.
Also tied with Requiem for a Dream, which I take that personally. That's
Don't knock
tragic.
it until you watch it, Jew boy.
What's that? Schindler's List?
It's
I will not be watching
It's about
it.
a Nazi.
I already worked with Irv Schindler at WKAT 100 years ago, okay? I don't want to see no movie about Irv Schindler.
It's very good.
He's probably still peddling trips to China. Oh, and speaking of China, things are getting a little foul in China, you notice? Why is it that Southeast Asia, is it lack of cleanliness?
Yes.
Is it lack of sanitation?
Yes.
Is it
It's
that
more
some
than
of the
that,
people there are like
but that's
barbarians?
going down. All of those things.
All these SARS, and now we got the what is the bird flu? What do they call it? The avian?
Yeah, the
Avian.
avian,
Be careful how you pronounce that. We'll get sued by the avian water people. Requiem for a Dream 6, Magnolia 4, Usual Suspects 3, Silence of the Lambs 2, Braveheart 2, Casino's got 1, and only 1 for these. Goodfellas. What year was Goodfellas?
90. Miguel came and insisted.
I'll be down. And that's his kind of movie.
Yeah, a lot of
Fight Club
Cubans.
1, American Beauty 1. Well, there's a lot of greasy people in it. Blow 1, Casino 1, and none for Cold Mountain, Pirates of the Caribbean, or Gladiator yet. Oh, Gladiator, I've seen that one.
Blech.
I'm not talking about, well, Alex said please add Gladiator to the
I
quotes
know.
on there. That's another Mel Gibson movie, right?
No.
Who's in that?
Russell Crowe.
Oh, Russell Crowe. Same person, isn't it?
No.
Don't they remind you of each other?
No.
I mean, Russell Crowe's a much better actor. But
They're
he's
both
not,
Australian, that's why.
They're both assholes, is what we hear.
They're both from down under.
How about Seabiscuit? Somebody faxes. Thais says Seabiscuit is an amazing movie. You see it?
No, no.
Well, Seabiscuit.
I'm not
I
going
wouldn't
to
go see that. I mean, see, I don't
Sorry.
understand. It's like Lassie Come Home.
Right,
and,
right.
What was that movie with Liz Taylor, the horse movie, Black Beauty or something like that?
I don't like these deliberate heartstring pulling
Yeah,
movies.
it's just, I mean, nobody really cares about Seabiscuit because he
No.
raced about 100 years ago,
Right.
and it was a wonderful little horse and a little jockey there who used to be
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
well,
and now he was a
very,
jockey.
yay.
And he rode a bad race, and he fell asleep at the wire in that one race, and the guy's bitching him out, the trainer, and blah, blah, blah. You know, I've seen that promo a million times. But, you know, if they had a movie about Secretariat, I might see that. Maybe. I'm not, possible. But it's just, I don't know.
No, I'm
mean,
with you.
You follow what I'm saying? In
I
other
have
words,
no
you're not a
interest.
horse racing person in the first place.
The heartwarming story of a horse.
Right, exactly. I'm just not into that crap.
No.
I mean, Lassie Come Up, Bambi, stuff like that. It's for hearts and flowers, people. WQAM, hello.
Hi, can I talk to Neil?
Yes, sir, speaking.
I got one for the poll.
Okay.
How about Geely?
Yeah. Oh, there's the comedy. Do not put that on there, okay? They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah, don't put that on there. It's just the guy's just trying to start the week with a few yucks.
Yeah, yuck, all right.
Man, yuck is the word to both of them. Ben Affleck and J-Lo. And then they still keep trying to pump that crap,
I know.
you know?
I know.
They still I don't think there's anybody who cares anymore. I don't think even they care no more.
No.
But their publicity people, now
care.
the split is official. Who cares?
Don't.
Just go away. Don't go away mad. Just go the hell away. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got a good one for you.
All right.
Memento
Hey. Memento is sensational.
and Snatch.
See, why did he do that? Two. Why did he do a pair?
Not that it doesn't
Maybe that's just what he has in his mind. What did he say, Snatch? Maybe that's what he's just thinking about. Memento, now don't forget the Easter eggs.
Right.
How many people do you think really, if they never heard us talking about that, people, they don't know what we're talking about?
About 30, man.
Maybe 30 people know from the Easter eggs.
Nope.
And I still think it's some kind of a commie pinko conspiracy to drive us all nuts.
The Illuminati. They cooked it up.
The Bilderbergers, I think, done it. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT. Memento is great, but like I said, watch it. You can watch it ass backward, which is the way it really is on the movie, on the disc. But then if you check out the Easter eggs, you'll find out the little things you have to punch in there to watch it in chronological order. Just, if you forget how to do that, just write it on your wrist. And who's Teddy? WQAM, hello.
Yeah, Joe.
Yes, sir.
Happy?
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, how about cruising right up your alley?
Yeah, I got something up your alley, too.
Rectum.
Asshole. WQAM, too.
Ooh, boy. Was
Yeah.
that on purpose?
QAM, hello.
O'Neill,
Yes, sir.
I got one for you.
Go right ahead.
Enemy at the Gate.
I was
Enemy
telling you
at the
about that.
Gate.
That was the Jude Law
Oh,
movie
that's
I
the
was
one
telling
with
you about
Jude Law.
this morning, yes.
Okay.
Very good movie.
Excellent, thank you. We didn't put it on yet?
Not yet.
Well, we did now, because it got a recommend from our audience.
Good all the way to the end.
Good. That's see, that's just another shot of Magnolia. You are such a hard ass prick,
Hard bitten, yeah.
No, it's just it's pathetic. I don't know what it is you want. The movie is so it can't go on forever. It's a 3.5 hour movie,
no,
3 hours and 12 minutes or something. It just can't go on forever. It did end.
No.
And I'll say it again. Fargo, which was okay. And I love William H. Macy. He's great. But Fargo, the ending is like you're watching, and it's very. And I love the Cheryl lookalike cop.
Right.
She's funny.
She was great, Frances McDormand.
Right. She was phenomenal. And the movie is very enjoyable and very interesting, and twists and turns. And then all of a sudden, it's like they're like,
it ended abruptly,
okay, better hurry up and end it.
It resolved. Everything came.
It resolved like bada bing like that.
Well, at least it resolved.
Like they were running out of film.
Wasn't like they just didn't cut back to somebody and driving on the road, and then they just never went back to them.
I'll tell you one thing. William H. Macy was so much better in Magnolia than he was in Fargo. It's not even a contest.
Oh, I don't know.
But it's just, he was.
You just liked it because of the baggery.
Man, you are obsessed. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how's it going? I'd like
Okay.
to add one for the poll. The Life of David Gale.
The Life of what?
David Gale.
The Life of David Gale. Never heard of
Right.
it. What is
Came
it?
out last year. Good movie.
What's it about?
It's a lifer movie. He dedicated his life on saving people's life.
Okay, well, put that down, whatever it is. I have no idea what that is or
We're
what
having
he
our
said.
fact checker look it up to see if it even exists.
Oh, come on. He's not just going to make up the name of something like that, like The Life of Jason Gale or something like that, who's still
David
driving and wins
Gale.
the raceway, by the way. I beg your pardon?
Huh?
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Let's get a list of about a whole bunch. Several thousand.
About 30, man.
30,000 flicks. It'll keep all you people off the streets, real busy. It'll be good for business at your Hollywood Video and other nearby video and DVD stores that don't edit the movies. So in other words, to make a long story short, stay away from Shockbuster, okay?
Okay.
Anybody in this audience that's doing business with Blockbuster, we're going to send Luca Brazzi and Fat Rich to your house and beat the crap out of you. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
How about Chicago?
Chicago is like very highly touted, man.
It was an excellent movie.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, Pally.
I wish I could. Okay, thanks.
I wish I could too.
It's been a while now, huh?
Don't you wish you could?
Yeah, as much as
I sure wish I could. Now,
As much as I
Chicago,
want
though,
to.
now what was that song? The big song from Chicago?
I don't know.
Oh, come
never saw
on,
that
the big
movie.
hit song from the movie.
Cabaret.
Yo,
I don't know. I never saw that movie.
Just recently, you always talk about me being an old fuddy-duddy. You don't know your music, mister.
I don't know my musicals.
You don't know your music because you
That's,
don't have no
that's
TV
your
station
arena.
that shows any videos. That's your problem. Go to Europe and you'll see all the goddamn good music.
That's your realm. The musicals.
What's that?
Musical
No, I don't.
numbers.
I hate musicals. I can't. You think I saw Chicago?
No.
But there was a video from there with the Christina Aguilera and with that
was
big
from
fat-
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah. Moulin Rouge?
Lady Marmalade.
That was from Chicago.
No.
Yeah, she was from Chicago. Well, so Moulin Rouge, Chicago, same crap, you know, they're all musicals. Who the hell wants to see that?
Don't know from either
Lady
one of them.
Marmalade. Boy, that Christina Aguilera. Seriously. Do you know that they have signs on cheese factories with her picture on it, like with a wanted poster? No, seriously. She is not allowed within 100 yards of any cheese factory in the North America. 27, and her and Paris Hilton, too. Same bitch. I cannot stand needle-nosed, skanky little bitches. Oh, man. And you know who's a little like that, and you're going to get very upset when I tell you.
Who that?
Because you like her a lot.
Who?
Kelly Ripa.
Oh, I like her.
She's got that same kind of pinch now, huh?
She's got a little needle nose, but I like her. She's a cute.
Ooh.
Although she has an Audi, so she's off
and
the list.
Regis said she farts a lot.
Well, that's endearing.
Hey, horse racing fans and poker players, Pompano Park Racing and Card Room has got all the gambling action that you're looking for. Just a half mile from both I-95 and the Turnpike, Pompano Park is easy to get to. And best of all, Pompano Park features free admission and free general parking every day. Live harness racing in the poker room 5 nights a week. Not Tuesday or Sunday, Rich. Hey, Rich, not on Tuesday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, poker starts at noon till midnight, and live racing gets underway at 7:05 p.m. 5 nights a week. Every Monday night, like tonight, a 2 for $25 dinner special in the top of the park restaurant on the 6th floor. Every Wednesday night is dollar night at the track for draft beers, sodas, hot dogs, and more. Every Thursday is ladies' night with 2 for 1 drink specials. And also every night on the 4th floor Players Lounge, there's a $7.95 plated dinner special. Coming up tonight, it's the next free spaghetti dinner. No, that's not right. That's the next. Oh, that's a good thing I didn't do that. Woohoo. Did you hear that?
Careful.
You didn't hear me say that. Coming up next Monday, February the 2nd, is the next free spaghetti dinner night. You don't want to miss that. Mark it on your calendar. Mark it on your wrist right now. Make a memento. This Friday, now look at that. This is the wrong copy.
Damn it.
Oh, I know. It's not the wrong copy. I'm just planning ahead. Sorry, Dick. Sorry, Steve. Just calm down. Then next Friday, a week from this Friday, February 6th, Pompano Park will be celebrating its 40th anniversary with a special night featuring live musica, giveaways, free prize drawings, family fun night, antique car display, tons more stuff going on. Even Wally Hennessy might win a race, but I doubt it. Pompano Park also open for simulcasting 7 days and nights a week, featuring the best in harness thoroughbred highlight action from all across North America for you to watch and plunge your guts on. Pompano Park, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard on Powerline Road. For the current race schedule, go on web at pompanopark.com or call 954-972-2000 and plunge your lungs. Post time tonight, 7:05 at Pompano Park.
My and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM. Month, CBS Television proudly presents 16 average Americans are abandoned in the middle of one of the most unforgiving places on earth.
Hey, babe, you want to go out?
It's Survivor Compton. Who will survive the drive-by voting? As the two tribes, the Who's Your Daddies and the My Baby Daddies,
So good.
compete for the immunity bling-bling and not get voted off the hood.
Followed by 2.5 white men.
On CBS.
Don't forget, Fox debuts the new show tonight with Matt Drudge, Queer Factor. 12:32 at 560 WQAM. Roberto says Monsters Ball is a great movie, slave version of Halle Berry and One Could Only Dream, says Roberto.
Very good movie.
Is it?
Yes.
You seen it?
Have it. Own it.
You seen Arlington Road?
Yes. Very good movie. And
Frank
right.
faxes and says the greatest ending of a movie I have ever seen. Now that
up there. It's
they
up
stick
there.
it up there? I've seen many like that.
No, it's
Way
like
up
one
there?
of the most surprising, never saw it coming endings.
Really?
Ever. Yeah.
Have we discussed this before?
I don't think so. You'd
Arlington
like it.
Road.
You would like it's a mental movie. You got to have a brain to understand.
I'm sticking it right over here, and right after the show, I'm going to go grab it. And it better be damn good.
It'll be good.
Here's a fax that says, Danny DeVito was there last night sucking up to Michael Douglas, who was a little bit, even talked about the booze. Michael Douglas rambled on and on, and he just, he's all right, but he's just, I don't know. Something about him bugs me,
His height?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the way he looks, but there's just something about him that's a little, like Howard Dean. I like him, but he's a little bit off. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
It's hard to explain. I can't put my thumb on it, nor do I want to. Oh, he's campaigning with the wife. Bad move. Just when he looked like he might be making a little bit of a comeback.
It's a change, I think. What you have to ask why. It's not just that John Kerry's doing well.
I see they're talking about electability. This is what's on the mind of the electorate, okay? Please keep that in mind. I know people get very emotional. They get all whipped up behind a certain person who, touches the right buttons and rings the right bells. But electability. We can't afford 4 more years of this fascist regime. Anyway, Danny DeVito was there sucking up to Michael. Maybe that's why they had him there with Michael Douglas, because he was a lot shorter. He came up to his knee.
Okay.
And what did Michael Douglas have to do with Cuckoo's Nest? Did he produce that? Was he directed? Producer?
Something. He was involved, and I forget how.
Yeah, because he was talking about the fact that it was his dad who saw the script and discovered it, old Kirk, who couldn't make it last night because he was a little shaky.
And also it was his dad wanted to be in it, and I think it was his son Michael that said, nah, Jack Nicholson will be better.
And he was.
He was.
Can you imagine Kirk Douglas as...
No.
Somehow I can't see
Murphy?
that. No. Kevin Spacey, Danny DeVito film The Big Kahuna. It says it hasn't reached the public popularity of American Beauty, but it's a great film. The Big Kahuna. I thought it was Roby Young was The Big Kahuna.
See, stand corrected.
Okay. Did you see The Big Kahuna?
No.
Well, get it on that list right away. Maybe you'll go out and have to get it.
Going on.
Maybe somebody will have to steal it for you. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. What was the absolute best movie? Not 10, not 100, not 4,000 of the last 13 years, 1990 to right now. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 35. The Shawshank Redemption, 27. Saving Private Ryan, 24. My Cousin Vinny, 19. Glengarry Glen Ross, 18. Bowling for Columbine, 14. Office Space, 13. Schindler's List, 12. Silence of the Lambs, 9. I'm surprised Silence of the Lambs didn't do better, aren't you?
It's a tough list.
Forrest Gump, 8. Yeah, it's tough, all right. Requiem for a Dream, 6. Braveheart, 4. Magnolia, 4. American Beauty, 4. Usual Suspects, 4. Goodfellas, 3. Hey, Goodfellas only has 3, Miguel. Well, his taste is in his tush, except his wife. From what I hear. I hear he's got a lovely wife, Miguel.
He has a lovely pregnant wife.
And why not? Fight Club, 3. Pirates of the Caribbean, 3. Casino, 2. Payback, 1. Blow, 1. One person out there likes Blow. Memento, 1. Chicago, 1. Isn't that the one with Lady Marmalade?
Yeah.
And wasn't that in Chicago, Moulin Rouge?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The whole thing was about Chicago. You better get with it.
I never saw it.
Gladiator and Seabiscuit and Enemy at the Gates and Life of David Gale and Life of David Gates and Cold Mountain and Arlington Road and Monsters Ball and The Big Kahuna each have the big...
Oh!
So far at a 220, but we're just getting this sucker put together now. Just relax. Just hop on it. WQAM, hello.
What about Pulp Fiction? Anybody say Pulp Fiction?
Nobody said that. Is that, what year was that?
It's recent enough.
Was it 94?
I think you got it. Okay, thanks. I hated Pulp Fiction. It was just nothing but with John Travolta and a bunch of gratuitous, senseless violence. But you know what they put on their French fries in Amsterdam and Holland?
No, what do they put on their French
could
fries?
Could be mayonnaise, could it? Huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. Speaking of that, I keep telling you about how the food really sucks. Well, there are a lot of things that suck in Amsterdam. Some of them are actually moving around.
Yeah.
But the food is so awful. Maybe that's why they're so big on the French fries. And they walk around, man, with these big, huge paper things full, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like cones or something?
Yeah, that's right, like a big paper cone filled with fries.
Sounds yummy.
Oh, man, real salty. Well, that's what I'm told. I never had one. And they have mayonnaise, and they got that brown sauce they stick on them. I think it's brown sauce. Or maybe it's from Channel 4 they got that. I don't know. Because some people told me they taste like crap. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
That's
so
great.
I hear you go to Amsterdam for the tulips and not the pot. Is that true?
The tulips, yeah. Not yours.
Wow. Must
That
have
was
a
really
committee
clever.
to write
The
that
tulips. Mm-hmm. WQAM, hello.
Dr. Neil?
Speaking, yes.
Neil?
Yes, speaking. Let me say it again.
The movie that comes to mind that I watch all the time, no matter what it seems, is Jack Nicholson.
What was it? You cut out.
Jack Nicholson, as good as it gets.
As good as it gets?
Yeah, Jack Nicholson.
Was that the one with Jack Nicholson?
Exactly.
Okay, thanks, pal. Get a new phone, please. As good as it gets. That doesn't even ring a bell with me.
Nope.
Does that ring any bells?
No.
Oh, I'll be damned. As good as it gets. I think Jack Nicholson was the one in that.
It's with Helen Hunt or something, I think.
Oh,
that
one.
What you just said?
I saw that.
Yeah, I love Helen Hunt, by the way. She's great.
That was actually a good movie.
Wasn't Helen Hunt in
good.
Magnolia, of course?
Was she?
Yes.
Helen Hunt?
Yeah. Ever see Helen Hunt?
All the time.
How about the vice president? 5-6, oh, there's Rahm Emanuel from Illinois who said...
Election in Iowa, it was impossible for him to make a stand after Iowa. Everybody...
I'll get out of here. He's hocking with Wesley Clark now. You know how many chances Wesley Clark has got? Slim and none.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know. I could be wrong about that. The Clintons are behind him. They got their finger up his behind.
Right, they're holding onto a card.
They're pushing stool real hard. 5670560. Did I really say that? Pound 560 on it. I'm incoherent. It's always a good excuse, isn't it? I'm under the weather. I'm taking a lot, like all these cold medications and everything. So you can basically say whatever the hell you want. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. I don't think they're going to top that. Now, did you see that one? Is that the latest incarnation?
Yes.
And that's the one that won the award last night.
Right. It's flawless.
Is it really?
It's the most spectacular looking piece of movie making I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Based on special effects?
Based on all of it. Good acting, good story. I mean, the story is great, of course, as you know. And very well executed.
Well, what do you mean as I know? What does that mean?
You've heard about the books all these years, the books. The books have been selling since the 20s. I mean, they're incredible.
How about the Harry Potter series?
Don't get me started.
Well, that's the point, see?
Yeah.
20 till 1 at 560 QAM.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Howard Dean television commercial. Take 47 and action.
Hi, I'm Governor Dean.
I'm sorry, Governor. We have to stop you there.
What are you stopping me for? It's on a roll!
We had a problem with the lighting.
I'm sorry. I'm fixing it right now.
Yeah, you better fix it. Come on, let's go!
All right, Governor. Howard Dean television commercial. This is Take 48 and action.
Hi, I'm Governor Dean, and I'd like to talk to you about... Hey, what is going on?
Cut! I'm sorry, I dropped something.
Billy, please, you have to be careful.
I'm sorry.
Jeez!
Sorry, Governor. This is...
All right, well, let's try it again, okay?
We'll get it this time.
And maybe you want to keep thumbs out of here, huh?
This is Howard Dean television commercial. Take 50 and action.
Hi, I'm Governor Dean, and I wanted to talk to you about...
Cut! He sneezed.
I'm sorry, I've got a cold.
He has a cold.
For the love of maple syrup, get a Kleenex!
I'm sorry.
He's sorry. He has a
Stifle
cold.
it, will you? Come on!
All right.
I don't have all the time in the world here. I gotta get to Iowa!
All right. Here we go. This is Howard Dean television commercial. Take number 51 and action.
Hi, I'm Governor Dean, and I wanted to talk to you today about what's going on in America.
About the blacks and the browns.
Hey, who's running for the White House here, you or me?
Cut! We have to get into the blacks and the browns.
Yeah, how many blacks and browns are there in Vermont, huh? It's all old, fat, white, rich men on skis. You want me to talk about blacks and browns?
All right.
Next thing you want me to talk about Indians. What do you want? You want the feather Indians? You want the dot Indians?
Just calm down, please. Let's knock this out now. This is Howard Dean television commercial. Take number 51 and action.
Hi, I'm Governor Dean, and I'd like to talk to you about America. You know, there's the... What is going on here?
God!
Oh!
I'm sorry, he pushed me.
He pushed me first.
Who are you guys working for, Bush?
He fired us. We'll get it this time. We apologize.
If I hear one peep, you see this mud block pen?
Yes.
It's going to go right in your eye.
Hey.
All right?
Oh.
I don't want to hear anything.
Nothing.
Just clap your clapboard and just back away and let me do it, all right? Hi, I'm Governor Howard Dean, and I'd like to talk to you about America. What America needs, where America is going. Where is this commercial going? Can I get some direction here?
You told us not
Hey,
to say...
what did I say? Don't you say anything.
Can we break...
Hey, see the pen?
Yeah.
Pen, I. No talking.
I think we've got it.
1246, 14 to 1 at 560 QM. Pee-Pee Peppy says Who Ate Gilbert's Grapes was a good movie.
Okay, I'll take his word for it.
Did you write that down? I like the part where he said...
I need some action.
Oh, my God, Leonardo DiCaprio pulled off a stellar performance, it says. Also, see, I'm trying to avoid where they got more than one. Here's one that says, my vote of the best movie of the last 13 years, The Player. Great ensemble cast with multiple complex intertwining stories. Best modern criticism of Hollywood that still applies today. The Player. Sounds awfully familiar.
Yeah, you wouldn't like it because it has both Whoopi Goldberg and Lyle Lovett in it. It's a Tim Robbins movie about Hollywood. It was very good.
Oh, speaking of Tim Robbins. It says, how can you forget Bob Roberts? Let's get that on there. 1992, it qualifies. Good movie.
Never saw it.
You never saw Bob Roberts?
I never saw Bob
Roberts. Get with it. I got it right here. I got it in my hand right now.
Lend it to me.
I'm bobbing on it. Here's one that says, and as a huge Star Wars fan, I would love to say either The Phantom Menace or The Attack of the Clones, but I can't. Which means...
They sucked hard.
Oh. What a shame.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, Star Wars was fine. You know, the first 45 episodes was great. And after that, enough already. Okay?
That's not why they sucked.
How's that little shrimp doing, bud? He's got a wife, you know.
Who's that?
The little Star Wars guy.
George Lucas?
Not George Lucas.
Luke Skywalker?
Luke Skywalker.
George Lucas Skywalker?
No, what the hell's his name?
Mark Hamill?
Mark Hamill. Don't you remember he got that bad wreck in his vet and smashed his face all up long time ago?
Don't know about his wife.
He's got a wife, which shocks a lot of people. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Well, you know those stories and everything.
No, I don't.
QAM, hello.
Bill.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how about The Matrix?
The Matrix. Now we're talking. Now, which part?
The first one, of course. They messed it up after part 2.
Okay, like they always do. Okay, thanks, pal.
No problem.
The Matrix, now, what is that called? Is that just the Matrix?
Part 3 was actually good. Part 2 blew.
Well, I'll take your word for it. That's definitely not my kind of movie.
No, definitely.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the Thing and the King, 40. Saving Private Ryan has got...
About 30, man.
Shawshank Redemption has also got...
About 30, man.
You believe that? Glenn Ross has got 19. My cousin Vinny's still got 19. Been stuck on 19 a long time. I guess we ran out of Guidos.
That's all we have, 19.
Guidos.
Right.
Bowling for Columbine, 16. Office Space, 13. Silence of the Lambs, 13. Schindler's List, 13. Forrest Gump, 12. You see, this is what makes me upset about America, about the world I live in, the planet. Let's go to Mars right now.
I'm packed.
Forrest Gump has got 12. Requiem for a Dream has got 7. Goodfellas 6 and Magnolia 5. American Beauty 5. Okay?
Right.
I mean, what kind of I don't even want to say it. What kind of a person thought that Forrest Gump was the best movie? I guess somebody doesn't go to a lot of movies. Maybe that's the only one they saw. Do you ever think about that?
Or someone with the IQ of Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump. That could be. Oh, you mean the Bush people? Forrest Gump 12, Braveheart 7, Requiem for a Dream 7, Goodfellas 6, Magnolia 5, Usual Suspects 5, American Beauty 5, Pulp Fiction 4, Fight Club 4, Pirates of the Caribbean 4, Casino 3, only 1 for Blow. As Good as It Gets has got 1. I think Jack Nicholson was in that, wasn't he?
With Helen Hunt.
With Helen's Hunt? Payback 1, Gladiator 1, Seabiscuit 1, and after that, Small Potatoes. Here's the one that says, again Seabiscuit. Favorite movie the last 10 years. Can't recall ever watching a movie and have the entire theater applaud it. Wow.
I have.
What was that? What movie was that?
Lord of the Rings, for one.
They applauded the movie?
Sure.
See, to me, that's tacky.
Whatever.
It's tacky. You don't go to a movie and, like that. I mean, I can see sometimes in a movie there's a scene in the audience gives an audible response, like, oi, like that. Especially in Tamarac where there's no refunds.
That was after Schindler's List.
They said,
oi.
Oi!
By the way, it says The Life of David Gale was an outstanding film. And see, you were saying, I don't even think it exists, mister.
Never heard of it.
With a very unpredictable and shocking ending. A shocking ending. A must-see stars Kevin Spacey, Kate Winslet, who finally got away from Leo long enough to do a good movie, and Laura Linney. You won't be disappointed. The Life of David Gale. I'm putting that on my pile.
Okay.
Well, if Kevin Spacey's in it, can it be all bad?
Right on. I'm writing it down.
Now, in that movie, is he in the closet or out during that movie?
I don't know.
Because I think that in Glenn Ross, he was kind of undecided. He didn't have time to think about it because he was taking so much crap from everybody in the orifice.
He was busy.
He was definitely taking it in the orifice. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Pretty good.
Good. Enjoyed your show for years.
Thank you.
I know you just added Pulp Fiction to the list, and I believe Silence of the Lambs came out in 90 or 91. I don't think it was after 93.
Well, we extended it to 90 because of Glenn Ross, so we stretched it out 90 to 2004.
Oh, you're just throwing me off, Neil. What are you doing to me? You're killing
That's
me.
okay.
Thank you,
Don't
sir.
feel
Have
bad.
a good day.
Okay, you too. Well, he's trying. Hey, at least he's trying to keep us on a straight and narrow path here, so we don't have a bunch of all kinds of glitches on his pull here, like somebody trying to tell me that the Moulin Rouge was like Chicago. I would swear that was in Chicago. The whole thing was about Chicago.
Can't tell you.
I mean,
First
of all, I wouldn't go to a movie like that because I don't go to musicals. I can't stand musicals.
I do believe that Moulin Rouge is about the club in Paris, though.
Yeah.
To my understanding.
Paris, Chicago? Paris, Illinois? Paris Hilton? Well, what does Moulin Rouge have to do with Chicago, then?
Nothing?
You're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong. It's about Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. And Madonna, or wait, who else?
And Christina Aguilera at that, what's that famous pizza place in Chicago? Where she stole all the cheese in the middle of the night.
Little Caesars.
No, it's not Little. No, where they make the real thick pizza. See, you don't know you're Chicago, man. You were there for like at least 10 hours.
23 hours.
Yeah. Thanks, Disney, you cheap bastard, you. You cheapskate, you miserable drunken Irishman, you. God. Everybody hates that Mike Disney. And then the coast goes up in it. Isn't that a joke? Anybody believe that?
No.
I don't think the other station should know that Keith Curry's having a nervous breakdown over that book. Why anybody would pay attention to that last book? God, you got to be a moron. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Even Mo with those numbers. Anybody knows he ain't got squat. Even he knows that. Don't forget, in the 1 o'clock hour, first order of business will be that Michael Mayo column. Church state wall trembles and so do I. Good column, Mike. Good Jewish boy, Mike Mayo, who belongs back on the sports pages. But he's trying hard. About 2-3 times. Oh, and yesterday, what the hell was the show I was watching? And they had Dave Barry on the panel, who he didn't say anything. He didn't belong there. It was some political discussion.
Oh, boy.
And Dave Barry was on the panel. I looked at him and I thought to myself, everything that's wrong about South Florida is sitting right in that chair.
When we do the poll for who's the biggest nebbish you ever saw.
Oh, my God. He makes Bill Gates look like Hercules. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
Good. Talk about Uno Pizza up in Chicago, first of all.
That's the one, right. That's one of them, right.
Yeah, listen, how about Training Day?
Training Day?
Training Day, the movie.
Okay.
Okay,
you got
dog,
it,
have a good day.
You too, dog. What do you say, dog? You seen that?
It was a good enough movie. It had a
How about
ridiculous ending.
Train Spotting?
Yeah. What about it?
You don't want to put it on there? I'm not going to watch it.
I'll put Snatch on there before I put Train Spotting on there.
You'll put Snatch on the train?
Or
will it be Spotting?
Snatch on the train.
Yeah.
Snatch a train.
Well, so what do you mean you'll put it on before? These people are making these suggestions, okay? And I'm making suggestions. Put them on there. Don't give us an argument.
On there.
See, this is the problem when you're dealing with a militant, hard-ass little spick.
Yeah.
A guava-loving spick.
Well, who said Train Spotting?
I did.
Oh.
You don't think you're the one that was always telling me I had to watch the rest of it?
I thought you hated it.
Oh, God. Oh, get your head out of that. Oh, man.
And it gets worse.
He had his arm in there up to his goddamn armpit.
You missed the best scene.
That movie was The Pits. I don't want to even hear about it. It's sitting in my cupboard and my cabinet right in the other room.
So he craps in the bed, right?
Oh, I don't want to hear about crap. I'll watch Channel 4 if I want to see crap, okay? I don't want to see crap.
Bowel emptying diarrhea episode.
Even my mother would be embarrassed by that, and she's just dying to see crap, especially in her bowl. But
then he takes all the bed sheets and he wads them all up, right?
Yeah.
And then he's going down.
I don't want to hear about it. Oh, Jesus.
Everybody's having breakfast.
So why don't you want to put that on there?
No, we can put it on there. Of course I want to put it on there. I was just being a hard ass.
Yeah, as usual.
Sure. Why not?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King 42. I'll only give you the top 5 here. Saving Private Ryan 31. Shawshank Redemption has still got
Top 30, man.
Glenn Ross 22. And in 5th place right now, my cousin Vinny has finally got 20 Guidos like that. 12:56 at 560 WQM. Don't let me forget Mike Mayo.
I won't.
I'm serious. That
serious.
piece, I think...
I won't let you.
Even setting aside the thing about the Michael Moore Bowling for Columbine, that everybody should be forced to watch that.
Yes.
Everybody should have been forced to see that piece on 60 Minutes on Saturday about how see, because when you're living in the middle of it, you assume the whole world is that way with the religious nuts.
Right.
And they're not. And they're just, they can't get over it. They're like, and here in Canada, the same thing. They can't believe the American obsession with injecting their religion into like everyday life and into politics, and the politicians talking about God this and God that and starting all this crap with these prayers. It is totally unacceptable. Absolutely, positively mind-boggling. So thank God we have no religious fanatics in America.
Jesus Christ.
12:56 at 560 WQM. No matter what you believe, welcome in the Chinese New Year with Emerald Coast. From now through February 8th, join Emerald Coast for its traditional Chinese New Year specialties. The holiday specials include roasted duck, suckling pig, sweet and sour fish, and an assortment of Chinese dumplings served every evening during New Year's celebration. With each meal, every child receives a traditional Chinese New Year Lucky Charm. And if that's not good enough, Emerald Coast has got its regular buffet delights, of course, as well. Start off with any or all of 6 different kinds of soups. Dozens of succulent entrees like New York strip made to order and a sizzling Asian grill, new seafood Saint Jacques, oysters on the half shell, Alaskan stone crab, middle neck clams, jumbo shrimp scampi every night. And then try the hand-carved prime rib, their new Thai specialties too. You'll never walk out of the Emerald Coast with a pounding, throbbing MSG headache because guess what? They don't use any MSG, no cornstarch, no crap. They cook all of their goodies only in cholesterol-free oils too. They feature a full salad bar, new sushi bar, fresh shrimp cocktail, and after all of these things, if you still by some miracle have room for dessert, they got a great dessert station too, featuring Belgian waffles and pies and cakes, pastries, ice cream with all your favorite toppings, and fresh fruit too. Emerald Coast, there are 3 locations for you in South Florida. Sunrise, they're at Pine Island at 44th Street, Collins Avenue just north of 163rd Street, North Miami Beach, and at the intersection of Flamingo and Pembroke Roads in prestigious Pembroke Pines. So take the entire family, the entire orifice with you for a business luncheon, and let the folks at the Emerald Coast do the cooking for you. Take out and delivery available too. Call 954-572-3822. That's 954-572-3822 for the unbeatable Emerald Coast Chinese Buffet.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Yo, it's the 1 to 2 hour. Yeah, boy.
So many trips to the grocery store. Eventually I'll lose some weight someday. Seems that I'm barely just fitting my ass through the door. And this year I'm looking more pudgy. But the world will stop eating this one I like. You ought to know by now. I'm as big as a house out in Hackensack. Just look at the fat on my tummy. And it seems such a waste of time with those new diets out. Mama, I'm fat. Look at me, I'm still pigging out. I'm pigging out. 2004 no resolutions, you will find me eating like one fat cow. Don't hand me one of your Atkins diet books, 'cause diets like that are just crummy. Sure, I may be out of my mind, eating more and not working out. Wish me luck losing weight while I'm pigging out. I'm pigging out.
He had kind of a porky look on his face last night. He was there, I think, Billy Joel. I believe I saw him.
Yeah.
What was he doing there? What was he doing there?
He's a celebrity.
Is he? I see. And Eric Idle was there. I'll say it again.
Was he idle?
He was idle. He wouldn't do nothing. Reservoir Dogs, 1992, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, it's on there. We put it on there.
We talked about that 80 million times.
Sure.
You seen it?
Yeah.
And not good.
Very Quentin.
Okay.
Very Quentin-y.
Shawshank Redemption is so overrated, says this fax. It's totally simp-ass movie. Wow. Poor guy who didn't do it, goes to prison, butt-banging, crooked warden, escape. Oh, it sounds like Mo with that Opie and Anthony thing. Everybody lives happily ever after. It blows. So freaking predictable. It's as if every prison movie ever made was edited down to end up with Shawshank Redemption. Thank God I didn't watch it.
Yeah, very valid
By the way,
point.
Jason, you'll never get it back.
That's why I only gave it an adequate. It's not a lot of surprises.
And this is my favorite fax of the entire year, even though it's only the 26th. Good Michael Mayo column in the Sun Sentinel local section.
And by the way, don't forget to read that Michael Mayo column.
Oh, what did I do with it? I think I lost it. Oh, here it is. I mean, how many times did I mention I was going to read that today?
About 30, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was deliberate.
I see. Well, thanks for the chuckle. It was good. Michael Mayo writes in yesterday's Scum Sentinel, is it appropriate for a fundamentalist preacher to screen potential judges by asking if they're God-fearing individuals? And is it appropriate for a self-described prayer warrior, someone who says this country was founded on Christianity, to even be on the state committee that nominates local judges? Welcome to Governor Jeb Bush's Florida. Old-fashioned fire and brimstone is in. Notions such as separation of church and state are out. Last month, we had Governor Bush dedicate the nation's first faith-based prison, the Lottie Correctional Institution, by saying, I can't think of a better place to reflect on the awesome love of our Lord Jesus than to be here at Lottie Correctional.
Jesus Christ.
Good Lottie, Miss whatever. Almost 800 inmates will try to rehabilitate through prayer and religious studies. Now we have the case of the Reverend O'Neill Dozier, founder of the Worldwide Christian Center in Pompano Beach, who's asked judicial candidates about their religious beliefs while serving on the 17th Judicial Circuit Judicial Nominating Committee. I didn't even know there was a Judicial Circuit Judicial Nominating Committee. You don't have to be a rocket scientist or a political scientist to know there's something just not kosher about this, Mike says. Walter Blake, another member of the Broward JNC, said he saw nothing wrong with Dozier asking candidates if they were God-fearing. Said Blake, I think it's an extremely important question because it has to deal with values. I think you can also ask a person whether he goes to church on Sunday or synagogue on Friday nights. And what about atheists? Somebody might be an atheist, and that's fine, and somebody might be Islamic, and that's fine. That's their God, Blake said. Would it discourage me from approving that person? Absolutely not. An atheist might have more values than a person who goes to church, which just proves that the question is irrelevant. I'm deeply concerned, said Todd Aronovitz, a Miami attorney and past president of the Florida Bar. The governor should immediately appoint an impartial commission to review the conduct of JNC member Dozier in order to ensure the integrity of the process. By his own quotes, he indicates he has no concept of the separation of church and state. But Bush's general counsel, Raquel Rodriguez, last week stated that Dozier's place on the committee is safe. In response to a letter from State Representative Dan Gelber, Rodriguez wrote that the nominations process in the 17th Circuit is fair and appropriate, and that Dozier has assured me he will not ask such questions again. She said that no judicial candidate has formally complained. On Friday, Dozier said, I'm not talking about the JNC anymore. I want you all to leave me alone. Just get off my back. Who are you trying to satisfy now? The homosexuals? The liberals because they don't like me? You people need to quit. Homosexuals? Who said anything about homosexuals? Anti-gay rhetoric is part of Dozier's routine. At a religious conference last year, he called homosexuality something so nasty and disgusting it makes God want to vomit. Pushing down the church-state wall is another. He's threatening to sue Pompano Beach if he can't invoke Jesus' name during benedictions at commission hearing meetings. Dozier has the right to believe what he wants, but why would anybody want him on a government committee? Dozier, who has a law degree, has been on the 9-member committee that screens potential judges in Broward since 2001. When a vacancy on the bench arises, the committee interviews candidates and forwards a list of 3 finalists to the governor who makes a selection. The process has become more worrisome since the governor got final say over all JNC appointees in 2001. Before then, the Florida Bar and the governor each appointed 3 members, and that group in turn selected 3 others. But now the governor can pack the screening committees and the bench with like-minded souls. Who knows what agendas they're pushing behind the closed doors of deliberations? I'm fearing something today, but I'm not sure if it's God, says Michael Mayo.
Very good.
I didn't read that right, the last sentence. I'm fearing something today, but it's sure not God. Got it? Sorry,
Jesus
Mike.
Christ.
Screwed it all up in the last line. Well, good column. And keep in mind, 44% of you morons out there, the Jews in the state of Florida, voted for Jeb Bush. Oh, brother. Man. Talk about a death wish.
Maybe those are the Jews for Jesus.
Christ. That could be. Jews for Yoshki, man. Okay, getting back to our poll, please, because I'm almost running out of voice. I think I did pretty good. Now we'll turn it over to George. Who was the absolute best movie of the past 13 years, 1990, 2003? Which one? Which one of these or some other ones? Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 45. It must be sensational.
It is.
Would never see it.
Saw it twice.
Well, you made up for me. Saving Private Ryan, 32. Tied with The Shawshank Redemption, 32. I hear it's just like a rehash of all the other prison movies.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, 26. Glengarry Glen Ross Glen Hill, 23. My Cousin Vinny, 22. Bowling for Columbine, 19. Silence of the Lambs, 17. Office Space, 15. Now, is that one you said you've seen?
I saw it. Adequate.
And?
Not bad. It's a comedy, and it was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to rave about it. It was fine.
Schindler's List is tied with Forrest Gump, and quite frankly, because I've heard you talk about Schindler's List so often, when I think about Schindler's List, I always think about Forrest Gump in the same breath.
No.
13. Goodfellas, 10. American Beauty's only got 9. That's criminal.
Yes.
Braveheart, 8. Usual Suspects, 8. Requiem for a Dream, only 7. It's been stuck on 7 a long time. Man, your taste is in your tush, folks. Magnolia, only 5. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And you want to know why? I don't think most people have seen either one of those.
Correct.
Am I right?
You're right.
And why?
I don't know. Well, Magnolia I can understand.
Casino, 4. Pirates of the Caribbean, 4. Fight Club, 4. Matrix 3, Gladiator 3. The Big Kahuna's got a pair. Payback 1, and everything else is, even Seabiscuit's only got 1, thank God. I'm not into those cornball movies, man.
You know why a lot of people haven't seen Magnolia?
Why is that?
Because it's
Too
called
long?
Magnolia. Nobody's going to run out, like maybe some fat chicks, run out to see a movie called Magnolia.
I see. So in other words, men won't go see Magnolia, is that what you're saying?
You know how you judge.
How about Office Space? How about, that's a great name for a movie.
Flower.
Office
It's
Space.
a gay-ass flower. Men aren't going to run out to go see a movie named after a gay-ass flower.
Magnolia is a gay flower? I mean, if it was named Pansy, I could understand.
Right?
It.
Same difference. If it was called Blood and Guts du Jour, then they'd run out and see it.
Yeah. How about if it was called Braveheart? That sounds pretty corny to me.
There's a little gay-sounding title there.
Yeah, it sounds very gay. Don't tell Mel Gibson
title.
that. Is that Mel Gibson that, or what's his name?
That's Mel.
Oh, don't tell him that.
But it's violent, bloody, gory guts.
Good.
In Braveheart.
Hopefully some of his.
A lot of guts. Oh, yeah. You see
Line
his guts
9,
pulled right
QAM.
out.
The Truman Show.
What was it?
The Truman Show.
Oh, but don't put it down. Don't you know who that was?
Yeah, I know.
That's that idiot. We're not putting you on there. Even if it's a good one. Well, you can put that on there. It's okay. We like Jim Carrey, right?
Yes.
He's kind of scary, but not like John
I didn't
Kerry.
hear anything good about that movie.
And certainly not like Howard Dean's wife. Boy, she is. Wow. Woo-wee.
And now.
No, don't do it. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Good, good. I got one of these stupid phone lines that the phone rings like 20 times and then it disconnects and I call back and it says, your call is busy. What's up?
Same old stuff, man. What's
no
up
way
with
you can
yous?
skew the poll and go
Yeah.
back one more year so you can put Rain Man on there?
Can't do it. Can't do it, Pally.
Please?
No.
All right. Thanks.
Sorry. Rain Man, 1989, I guess, huh? Well, I mean, we can keep pushing it back, but that just,
1910.
Huh?
To 1910.
Well, no, I mean, we did leave the gap. We cut it off at 80, the last poll.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So maybe one day when it's really desperate, we'll do a poll like, from 80 to 90.
Okay.
Okay? Like tomorrow. No, I'm just kidding. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Mad Dog, who we had a report was a little bit tipsy on the sports show last night. I can't keep track of which channels those shows are on. Was
Joe
it on
Namath
10?
tipsy?
I don't think that tipsy. I'm glad you mentioned that, as a matter of fact. I don't know what that's in here under. I know you got it there. Just relax. There's the Joe and Bo show. I love that. Mm-hmm. In fact, maybe we could...
Joe, it's been a tough season for Jet fans. What does it mean to you now when the team is struggling?
I want to kiss you. I couldn't care less about the team struggling. And I want to kiss you.
Thanks, Joe. A huge compliment.
You know what?
Joe Namath, part of the four-decade team. We'll see these guys at halftime.
I want to give you a kiss.
Yeah. They're struggling. He is such a moron, man. It's just, oh, God, is he dumb. He could sure play, but he's sure a moron. 12 minutes after 1 at 5:60, and of course he was a little bit tipsy, so maybe the Mad Dog was just honoring old Willie Joe's Willie. And maybe he was trying to emulate him on the Channel 10 last night. Hey, if you're in a really crappy dead-end job, underpaid, well, maybe, see, this thing with New Year's, I'm going to cross that out, don't you think?
Could you please?
I'm tired of Todd Dreck not wanting to write any new copies, making a fortune off all these accounts. You're a robber, Todd. All you are is you're a grave robber.
Grave robber.
You're just stealing. Whatever they give you on that check, man, you're stealing it. Anyway, if you want to change your life and get yourself a real career and a real paycheck and get away from that godforsaken place, put your plans in action this year by calling our friends at Fast Train. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Classes started this month, so they're going on right now as I speak. So if you're committed and dedicated, Fast Train can help you in becoming a certified computer professional in just 4 short months. You heard me right. In just 4 short months, you can change your life for the good. The demand for certified computer professionals is at an all-time high, and Fast Train offers you convenient day, evening, and weekend classes, job placement assistance, financial aid for people who qualify too. All it takes is one easy call to get your life going in the right direction. Call Fast Train today. Check them out on the web first if you like at fasttrain.com, and then make the call. 1-866-FAST TRAIN. Whatever you do, don't miss the opportunity this year to hop on that Fast Train. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
In the town where I was born lived a man named Howard Dean, and he told us how we'd like to have a big George push the feet. He emailed most everyone. More endorsements are what he seeks, and he's really making waves. He's a fellow who's got big dreams. We're all casting a vote for Howard Dean, 'cause Lieberman's too mean, 'cause Sinich is a freak. We're all casting a vote for Howard Dean, 'cause Lieberman's too mean, 'cause Sinich is a freak.
117 at 560 WQM. Here somebody says, I'd like to suggest L.A. Confidential is my favorite movie of the past decade. Also it says, I'll vote for Dave Barry 1,000 times as the worst of Miami if you had a poll about it. He's a total asshole who thinks it's high comedy that South Florida is run by a bunch of corrupt, no-speak-it-English fascists.
Okay.
Well, it is, and he thinks it's funny. Really funny, Dave. Sadly, he's won a Pulitzer Prize. He's grotesque, and he's an idiot. Never said anything funny in his life, ever. And his columns are in newspapers around the world, syndicated. Tragic. But then again, so is somebody else we know.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful Mind, somebody says. How can we have gotten this far into the show in the 1 o'clock hour?
Because we don't have beautiful minds.
That must be it. Well, get that on there right away. And let me say it again. Watch the whole thing. Don't be a schmuck like I was. No, it starts really slow.
Right, and it's not what you think it is.
Kind of like Moe's show. It starts off very slow.
Absolutely.
But unlike Moe's show, it actually picks up some steam later on. As opposed to Moe's show, which we chop off as soon as we can.
Absolutely.
48 for Lord of the Rings. It's a beautiful thing. The Return of the King. 48. Nobody's going to touch it. You think?
No.
Shawshank Redemption 37. Pulp Fiction 36. Now those top, although I did see Pulp Fiction, so I was going to say the top three I would never see, but I already seen Pulp Fiction. It's too late. Pulp Fiction might give it a run for number one.
It might.
A lot of people like that gratuitous violence, and they love hearing about the mayonnaise on the fries in Amsterdam. Thousands and thousands of times. Saving Private Ryan 34. Glengarry Glen Ross 23. My Cousin Vinny 22. Bowling for Columbine 21. What was that other Matt Damon movie I started to say about 2 hours ago? The one that you can never think of the name of it?
Bourne Identity.
What, the Bourne Identity, that's Bourne. It's good.
Boring Identity. No, I never saw it.
Did you see it?
No, I'm
good.
on the list. I'll watch
good.
it. You know, I almost did the other day.
Good. Nothing wrong with it. He's good. I know you don't like him.
Cut it on cable, but it was a half over, so I didn't.
My Cousin Vinny's got 22. Bowling for Columbine 21. Well, that right there, that should tell you a lot about America. My Cousin Vinny 22, Bowling for Columbine 21. Doesn't that tell you what you need to know? Of course, not too many people have seen Bowling for Columbine. And you want to know why? Because they had to go out and rent it or buy it.
Right.
Silence of the Lambs 17. Orifice Space 15. Forrest Gump and Schindler's List and Goodfellas 14 apiece. American Beauty 9. Braveheart 8. Usual Suspects 8. Requiem for Dreams only got 7. Magnolia got another one's got 6.
Oh!
Don't listen to George, okay? It's just propaganda.
Right. You should really get over your anti-Semitism.
He doesn't like the fact that there's like a fag segment in there. There's a fag character William H. Macy.
That was one of the best segments in the movie. What are you talking about?
And also the guy from Laugh-In, which I can never think of his name. Who's
Artie
the guy?
Johnson.
It's not Artie Johnson. It's not even close to Artie Johnson. He's jonesing for the bartender's Johnson, but it ain't Artie Johnson. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
I want to nominate a movie.
Okay.
How about Spun?
Spun.
You ever heard of it?
Yes, I have.
You did?
I have heard.
You didn't like it?
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Well, put it on there for you. And have a great day. I don't like that echo. We had an echo on that line. Spun. Is that like Alan Greenspan? Howard Dean the other day said Alan Greenspan ought to go, and then he later in the day said, well, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. Well, his advisors, his handlers, they're handling him. They're handling him right out of contention. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, for your poll, Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day. There you go. You can't beat that, right? What's not to like, man? Come on. Have a few yucks. Putting it on there?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
I never said it.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Mr. Rogers.
Yes, sir, Mr. Caller.
Hey, it's the donut man, the donut guy.
All right.
How you feeling?
Pretty good. I'll
All
survive.
right. Hey, I want to add to the list Face Off. Face Off was in 1997 with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta.
Sounds like a hockey movie.
No, it's not.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know you are, sir.
But no, excellent. What went into directing it and what came out of it, phenomenal.
Right. Okay, well, we got you down. Thanks a lot.
All right,
Tom.
buddy boy.
Take care.
Good choice there. 'Cause I don't think I've ever heard a movie more universally panned than Face Off.
Well, he liked it.
Okay.
See, you're making fun of that guy. He liked it.
So, I can make
Did
fun
you
of
see
him.
it?
No.
Did I see it?
No.
No.
Are you going to see it? It's got
I
John
don't know.
Travolta.
Oh, like I said, probably not. Now, one thing I will say, and maybe I'm mellowing in my old and my ancient age, but I watched that thing last night, a little bit of it, the Golden Globes, the hour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me to watch an hour of an award show is just, it's
shocking.
because first of all, I didn't see any of those movies, not one of them. Not one. And I don't watch it for the movies, although, they show the clips, it's kind of interesting. But I watched it for the people. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, see, number one, it's the media again, who hound these people, and we have to know whether this one's a son of a bitch and whether this one is supposedly divorced 45 times. And what difference does that make? These people provide a lot of entertainment. And I'll grant you that it's just a suck fest where they sit around, patting each other on the back and sucking up a lot of booze. But nevertheless, they provide a lot of entertainment. There's a lot of work that goes into making a movie. I mean, a tremendous amount of work that goes into a real good movie. And most people don't realize that. They just take it for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's why Magnolia, for example, forgetting about the ending or whatever, hey, I just use that. That's a bad example. Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
I mean, there's so much that went into the writing of that story,
Sure.
and the characters, and every person that was
Choosing the soundtrack. And
my God, it was unbelievable.
All the acting and the makeup
Right.
and editing, because the editing was great in that movie.
Right. The ass-to-ass part was edited best.
Wow. I could have gone for more.
I heard it was breast by test. But at any rate, you like Requiem for a Dream, but you won't watch it. You hard-ass people out there. Oh, well, we heard that Miguel saw it and he didn't like it. Well, there's proof right there.
Right.
Right.
Glowing endorsement.
I like this better, though. You know who should be forced to watch that movie?
Your mom.
Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't get
it. A few more OxyContin. Yeah, pop a couple of more, Rush.
Someone will have to draw the parallels for him.
Oh. What's the song? Oh, I know what it is. Amy Mann.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have that in here? Oh, yeah, I do have that in
You
here.
oughta. One.
I beg your pardon?
One.
With Amy Mann.
One.
And I love Amy Mann.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
She is great. Even though you don't like that movie. I'm telling you, folks, take my word for it. Go out and rent Magnolia. It'll kill a whole day. I don't like on a weekend when it's really boring, like after the Super Bowl, and there's no more football. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Yes, hi. I'd like to add a movie to the...
Go right ahead, sir. Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
I said go right ahead.
Yeah. The Legends of the Fall.
Legends of the Palm?
No, Legends of the Fall.
Legend of the Fall.
Yes.
Well, I actually saw that. I know that's shocking, but I actually saw that. It was very good. Thank you. Legends of the Palm, the Fall.
Okay.
Wasn't Legends of the Palm, wasn't that the one with Michael Caine's
We're
hand?
checking the date on that. That might be on the cover.
Uh-oh, Legend of the Fall might be older than 1990. You looking at it? Taking a puke at it? It's a
Our
good movie.
fact checker is checking the facts.
Uh-oh. 53 for Lord of the Rings. Pulp Fiction is moving to the second
94?
place. Pulp Fiction, 94, fine. Legend of the Fall is good. Pulp Fiction will win. That's my prediction. You'll be upset.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
No, you're pulling for Lord of the Rings. You're into that crap and that Indiana
Glenn
Jones.
Glenn Ross. But yeah, it was good. They were good.
Glenn Ross was there. There's nothing wrong with that movie. Not a damn thing.
Flawless.
I love Shelley, man. He's the best.
Shelley the Machine.
Shelley the Machine. Oh God. You want to give some of it away, but I just can't do it.
You don't know because it's just too good. The ending is too good.
See, that's why when you have a movie and there's like some mediocre performances, like Godfather 3, and that's why everybody rips it. Oh, gee, you don't want to see that one. And it's unfortunate because it destroys the whole thing. But when you have a movie where there's a whole bunch of top name people, and all their performances are all brilliant, like Network, for example. Look at all the people that were in there, man.
Right, all-stars.
Unbelievable. Robert Duvall and William Holden and Faye Dunaway and Ned Beatty.
Right.
My God, you can't bait it with a stick. And a lot of people, like you said, won't watch it because it's a time thing, because now they come to accept, they see Channel 7 News, and they think it was always like this. All this hyperventilating, hysterical, Ricky Ticky Sanchez is on there, foaming at the mouth about the news. So it's not a big deal to them. 26 after 1 at 560 WQM. I'll tell you what is a big deal. Those carpeting, those things that are called carpets on your floor, you spend a lot of money on them. But if they're starting to get a little bit schmutzy, maybe after the holidays they need some cleaning. They need to be brightened up. Here's the answer for you. Call Dry Concepts because they are simply the best in the business anywhere in the world at bringing nasty-looking carpeting back to life, making them look brand new. They've been doing it for me in my house for over 20 long, amazing years. Their technicians know their stuff inside and out. And believe you me, they'll leave them vibrant in color, looking brand new, smelling lemony fresh. Your carpets will be dry in 1 to 2 hours, and you'll be ready to rock and roll again. So whether it's your area rugs, your furniture, your upholstery, or your carpets, please call Dry Concepts. You'll never call anybody else again. And when you call Dry Concepts, ask about their standby list, which can save you 15% on your next carpet cleaning, too. Call them today, toll-free. You'll be glad you did. 1-800-248-5071. And one thing, keep in mind, you'll be confident of no rip-offs or no scams at the end of the work because they give you a guaranteed written price up front before they start the job. Call them today, 1-800-248-5071, or log on to their website at dryconcepts.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Fundamentalists talk crazy with peacemaking. They're lazy. There's just so much phlegm in all their conversations. They only shower on the special occasions and they blow up everything. Arabs hate us, they have oil money. Blow up so much stuff that it's not funny. Oi! Baghdad is tragic. There's no way to stop it. They're car bombs and hijackings. These are just a few of their favorite things. They fight over land they should ask pretty please. In their desert type world there's some real violent freaks. Won't they wear some deodorant please? Arabs hate us, they have oil money. Blow up so much stuff that it's not funny.
Estoy muriendo aquí.
And the West Bank's destroyed and the Gaza Strip's worse. They get soap on their bodies, smells like they just quit potting. Arabs hate us, they have oil money.
Oh my God, you won't believe what I just did.
I don't know, crap your
I
pants.
had like about the last eighth of a Hall's Mentholyptus in my puss.
Uh-oh.
And I went to take it out, and I did pull it out, and I dropped it. And I don't know where the hell it is.
Oh,
if it's
no.
in my T-shirt, if it's my boxer shorts that I'm sitting here doing the show in.
You'll find it when you don't want to.
Oh, no, I don't want it attached to my, you know what I'm saying? Might plug me up a little bit.
Rectum.
Here's the facts I don't understand. It says Matt Damon's Rounders, and then it says Schmidt. Now, is that who sent it to us, Todd Schmidt?
I don't get it. There's a movie called Rounders. I never saw it.
Right. Well, let's put it on there. I don't know. Maybe he's saying the movie is Schmidt, or I don't know what
I don't know.
Maybe his name was Schmidt.
Or
Helmut
Matt Damon.
Schmidt.
I don't know.
Or Todd Dreck. Fine. Oh, there's Alan Greenspan. Confident lost jobs will be replaced. Right. Yeah, overseas somewhere by a bunch of Indians and Chinese people who are busy spreading that Yenta virus. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What was, look at that, 9/11 Commission holding a 2-day hearing in Washington. We're going to find out what really happened? No, never. Just like, the person that was complaining about, the fact that David Kay says there's no weapons of mass destruction and now blaming it on the CIA, that's old news. The CIA already said they told the Bushmeister before his inaugural address of 2000 and whatever the hell it was, that it was all bad information. It was full of crap. And he still goes on the worldwide TV and, spills this crap to the public. Speaking of crap, guess who's on CNN right now?
I can
For some reason they're not there now. We ought to
Whiny
ask
and wimpy Jew Lieberman. Oy vey, take it out and go to Haifa or somewhere. Where'd you get lost? WQAM, hello.
Oh, yeah. My name is Alvin. I had a couple of movies for News Poll.
Yeah. Oh, man. I love it. Let's see. Absolute best movie is Falling Down. 1993 starring Michael Douglas, directed by Joel Schumacher. Says Keith in Boca. Thank you, Keith. We got it Falling Down.
We're putting it down.
Okay. How about All Fall Down? That's too old. With Carl Malden before he got that thing in his head.
By the way, don't waste your time.
With what?
Falling Down.
Oh, Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
He's been in some good movies. I can only think of one.
Which one?
I don't know.
Basic Instinct.
Basic Instinct was good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can only think of
Fatal
one.
Attraction.
Fatal Attraction was excellent. I can only think of two. In fact, I saw that again a few weeks ago, Fatal Attraction.
It was on just
That's
over,
one of those
over the
when
weekend.
it comes on, you can't turn it off.
Right.
Let's see. Here you go. There's a good one from Todd in Key Largo. Boogie Nights.
Right. How could we forget?
How could we forget that package?
That's an instant classic.
Right. Boogie Nights. That was the only good movie that Burt Reynolds ever made after Deliverance.
Right.
Boogie Nights.
Phenomenal.
With the lovely and talented Marky Mark.
And
he
his
said
stunt,
X marks the
right,
spot.
His prosthesis. There's another movie. Nothing. You can't find anything wrong with
What's
it.
that, prosthesis?
Yeah. Boogie Nights. Good story. Good acting.
Acting is great.
And
got a lot of laughs.
All the way to the end.
Right. Even his hairpiece looked good.
Right.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Tomorrow we're going to be asking, where do we get free meals now that Burt and Jack's closed? WQAM, hello. 2AM. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Speaking. Speak,
Hello?
Richard. Yes, hello. Hello.
Neil, I think he was saying about Schmidt. With Jack Nicholson?
Right.
About Schmidt?
About Schmidt. Okay. Only one, though. Is that what he was trying to say about Schmidt? You want to put that on there, actually? I think Jack Nicholson was in it.
Yes.
How many movies in the last 5 years has Jack Nicholson made, by the way?
About 30, man.
Man, he just pops up everywhere. He was on his best behavior last night. I always get a chuckle out of Jack, but he was very quiet. He doesn't have to really say anything. All he's got to do is give you that Schmidt-eating look, you know?
Right. They pay him by the breath.
Is that what it is? Oh, look at that. The White House is vowing now to review the pre-war intelligence. There you go. There's the big breakthrough that we all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, okay, while all these kids are dying over there. The White House is promising to review pre-war intelligence to see if maybe they were given a bum steer, okay? To see maybe when Rumsfeld said he knew exactly where 30% of them chemical and biological weapons were, maybe he was just getting a little bit carried away. When colon cancer Powell sat there in front of the whole world at the United Nations and held up their maps and told everybody, this is where they are, we know where they are, we're going to go get them. And maybe he was just like making a lot of crap up, huh? Just embellishing it just a wee bit.
Don't forget the cartoon pictures.
Right.
11 points ahead of Howard Dean.
See? It all depends on... So this is one of those primaries tomorrow. If you're optimistic, if you're still a Dean person, if you're hanging on desperately, you can look at that Zogby and Reuters poll and say, oh, my God, he's making a big comeback, old Howard. Yeah. But if if you're for somebody else that might win the election, like maybe John Kerry or John Edwards. Edwards ain't doing that good in New Hampshire, but why would he, you know?
Right.
Southerners you wouldn't expect to all that great there. Although, well, John McCain's not a Southerner. He's from the Southwest. Didn't he beat Bush in New Hampshire in the Republican primary? Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And then he was buried under a mountain of Bush money.
But you'll see what's going to happen in South Carolina, man. I'm just telling you right now. Maybe Edwards is the guy, you know? I think anybody with a brain that has any even cares. How could anybody not care unless you just think you have to be, you know who would not care about this election? Even if you never cared about politics before and you think it's boring and they're all a bunch of crooks, which they are. The people who are obsessed with sports. Yeah, they don't care. Because the ball games will always be there, right?
Sure.
There'll always be a lot of balls. They might not, yours might be gone, but somebody will always have some balls.
Sports!
I mean, can you imagine the political astuteness and awareness of most of the people inside that building? Huh? The people are still rubbing OJ, they're doing the OJ blow-up doll at night?
Well, Robert's political.
Yeah, that's the problem. By the way, don't forget, he's got to be gone by Election Day. I mean, out of the country. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
What about Scarface?
Scarface is excellent. What year was that? About 76?
Like 81.
Yeah, it's an ancient movie, man. Scarface. We'll give you a Scarface. Just bend down. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Pally.
How you doing, Pally?
Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks and Business Like Beckham. Good small movie.
Okay.
Okay?
Road to Perdition, Road to Hell. Okay, we got it.
And Pack of Lies.
Hiya, Pally.
5670560, pound 560.
Hiya, Pally.
On the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Pile of lies is what? What was he talking about?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Never heard of it.
It's good the audience is kind of spastic today. I like that because I feel that way anyway. At the ass end of this cold, you feel a little bit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
A little incoherent. Thank God for this cinnamon herbal tea in spite of what George said. This celestial caffeine-free herbal tea. It's the only reason that you didn't want to have to do half of the show.
Well, like I said, I love that stuff.
Man, it's a machaya. You know who would say it's a machaya?
And now,
yeah. Howard Dean's wife would say it's a machaya. I'm going to play that again after the break. I'm obsessed with that, and I know you are too. She's a hoot. And boy, what a parshane, man. Oh, God, is she grotesque. If somebody would have told me that she would look worse than Chelsea Clinton, I'd say, you got to be schmitting me, man. Nobody looks worse than Chelsea Clinton. Even Sophia Coppola last night with her triple-sized nose. I think she did get a nose job. The only thing is, as opposed to like reducing, they enlarged.
They added one on.
They yanked it. They twisted it. They yanked it. They pulled it out. So she really sticks out in the crowd. And I'm glad she didn't win because even if she did a great job, what did she do? She directed that movie? What movie was it?
Yeah, she directs now, right. Whatever it was.
Whatever. But just in general principle, because she screwed up Godfather 3 so bad, and she waited till the end of the movie to take a bullet in the chest, I figure, I'm glad you didn't get it, Sophia.
She wasn't the only one.
Oh, I know. Try the cannoli. Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead is where it's at, man. Locally owned and operated. They've been treating people right and making great deals for years. They're unbeatable. They're just 20 minutes south of the 836 on US 1. Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead is worth the drive no matter where you are, because when you go there, you're going to save yourself a lot of cash. No high pressure, no crap, no BS. Check out these great lease prices. An 04 Tacoma two-wheel drive regular cab, you pay just $169 a month. An 04 Echo, you pay just $179 a month. How about this? An 04 Celica GT for only $209 a month. And with every car purchased at Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead, you'll get free Sun Pass. And keep in mind, these folks were the first dealers in the area to offer you free tires and batteries for life. If you're looking for an SUV, Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead, they got a huge assortment of RAV4s, Highlanders, 4Runners, Sequoias, and Land Cruisers. General Manager David Rich and his staff will do whatever it takes to put your ass in a new Toyota today. Experience the Armstrong Toyota of Homestead difference. They're committed to 100% customer satisfaction. Service department is open weeknights till 8 p.m. They're open late to make sure your service work is done great. Conveniently located at US 1 and 293rd Street in Homestead, but it's only 20 minutes south of 836. So if you're tired of all the BS from those mega dealers who overpromise and underdeliver, then this is the place for you. Call David Rich. He's the GM at Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead. Call him at 305-242-3247. 305-242-3247 for Armstrong's Toyota of Homestead. Drive a little and save a whole lot on that brand new Toyota.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
And now, a word from Howard Dean's wife.
Hi. Hello there. I'm Dr. Judith Steinberg, wife of presidential candidate Howard Dean. You can call me Judy. Not Judge Judy. That's a different niece-kite. People want to know why I'm hardly ever on campaign trail with Howie. Hey, did you get a good look at me in Iowa? I scare the crap out of myself. I make Frau Fabis and I look like a Shayna Poonam. Stop me if I'm bombarding you with too much Yiddish, huh? Anyway, Howie says after I showed up, his numbers drop it. Know what I say? That's a bunch of mishigas. For those of you who don't capiche the Yiddish, that means crap. Howie's a good guy, though he's what you might call a loose cannon. He's got a pretty bad temper on him. I remember one time, one of our kids left a cap off of the toothpaste. I thought he was going to blow a gasket. The veins popped out in his head, and that white spit strings were going in the corners of his mouth. Remember sugar? I spent 23 years with this Shagets. Most of the time he's a mensch, but on occasion, I hate him. I think my husband Howie would make for a very good president. One of the things I'm a little PO'd about is that Howie doesn't let us have a TV. I want to watch Sex in the City, I got to schlep down to campaign headquarters or to the Kroger's to watch on some tiny black and white set. I have never seen any program in color, so I'm no Jackie Kennedy. Hell, if you look at me, I'm no Ted Kennedy. I don't wear makeup. I'm like a whisker away from being Amish. Don't expect to see much more of me during the campaign. The only reason I'm addressing you today is because I was able to chew through my restraints. Anyway, Gazakazont. That's Yiddish for Dr. Judith Steinberg. Over and out.
Paid for by the committee to elect John Kerry president.
All right.
146. You know the other one I absolutely love? Almost as much as that one.
Yeah, what?
Is this?
In an effort to attract younger viewers, C-SPAN now offers a brand new reality show, Skydiving with Howard Dean. Join Howard Dean as he jets across the United States, jumping out over some of his favorite states. California, Texas, New York, South Dakota, Oregon, Michigan,
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
And coming soon to Washington, D.C., Geronimo is skydiving with Howard Dean, premiering this week on C-SPAN.
147 at 560.
I can't wait for his action figure to come out.
It's the best. Anyway, how about The Big Lebowski? Spelled wrong, but nevertheless.
All right, still haven't seen it. Stick it on there.
What's the one that you... Oh, no, wait a minute. That was Beaner Boy that was telling me to see that or not to see it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I still haven't seen it, and I won't. What's that other one I was looking for last week? Well, there's so damn many of these.
I know. I don't know.
God. And somebody says Snatch with Brad Pitt. Now, did you get Snatch on the list?
No. It is now.
You got Snatch on the list?
It was very good, by the way.
It says here, first of all, did you know that when you go screenless, which is all this year, and I think next year too, and someone dials the number, and when it doesn't get picked up at some point, it disconnects with recording from a sound that says Bell South Sox. It would, like any other service, probably, it would just keep ringing forever, which is what it should do.
Right.
But with this thing, it just disconnects, so it makes screenless more difficult, especially on line 1. It has like a quick disconnect, but we're just kissing the ground that it works at all. Because between our engineering department and Bell South, we'll take anything, right? Bell South sucks. Don't say Bell South sucks.
What?
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Who's this?
This is Neil.
Neil Rogers?
Yes, sir. Looks
Hey.
like me.
Hey, just Tommy Boy. What about Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy. Tommy Boy.
Who's this, idiot?
Get out of here.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. 5670560. It was a good call.
Yeah.
Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. That was Todd Dreck's kid.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. Do you like that? WQAM, hello.
Hey, I got another movie for Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how about Terminator 2?
Terminator 2. Now we're talking, baby. Oh! All right. I'll see you in California. Terminator 2. Get it on there. See, don't be knocking that guy before. At least it was something different.
Hey, I'm not knocking him.
No, I like that. I like something different. As opposed, the same old tired crap. And then, of course, Dave Friedman, who denies that he faxes, denies that he calls.
Again today.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, never see it. Never see the light of day.
Stop it,
Bye-bye, Dave Friedman. Go away.
Stop it, Dave.
Fat boy don't want to come out and play. Not even this fat boy either. You know what I'm going to have for lunch today?
Fat boy?
Spaghetti.
Oh. Don't
I
do
don't
it.
know why.
Don't.
No, I'm not going to have like a gigantic portion that's going to, bulk me all up.
It doesn't matter. It's going to spark your appetite, and you're going to get a bunch of ice cream.
It's not going to spark my appetite. What are you talking about? I'm not having no ice cream. I've got two solid days on Atkins, baby. 2 days.
Swimming in
now I need a little
syrup.
rest. I need like sliced up hot dogs, sliced up weenies in my sauce, maybe a little ragu, and some nice pasta. Doesn't that sound good? With like lots of Parmesan cheese on there, like somebody we know would say Parmesan. It's the season for Parmesan. I don't know why. I'm just in the mood for that. Now, a lot of times I'll say that, and it never happens.
Good.
What do you mean good? It's better than going out and getting a bunch of Nestle's Turtle ice cream and just shovel it down my throat. Or a bunch of them, those Rogers almond, what are those? Almond crisp candies or whatever they call them? Oh, almond brittle. Oh, man. Wow. If you want to die with a big smile on your face, go online, rogerscandies.ca or whatever it is. Oh, brother. I guarantee you that dark almond brittle, it'll just send you to heaven. What was the absolute best movie of the last 13 years, 1990 to right this second, okay, right now? I guarantee you a lot of good ones got left off this list, and I'm pretty PO'd about that.
Are you?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, how's your thing? 56, as in Q, 56. Pulp Fiction, 50. I still think Pulp Fiction's going on by. You don't?
No, I do. I agree.
I do. Shawshank Redemption, 44. Saving Private Ryan, 38. Glengarry Glen Ross, 25. I am so pleased that that's doing so great. I think we can take part of the credit for that.
It's all us.
Well, you want to know why I say that is because in the past when we've asked about some of these movies, not as many people have seen it. But since we've been hyping it, they like it. Bowling for Columbine, 24. My Cousin Vinny, 23. Silence of the Lambs, 23. Forrest Dump, 17. Goodfellas, 17. Office Space, 16. Schindler's List, 14. All those years I worked with Irv Schindler, I never knew he had one. Or a lisp either.
Limp.
American Beauty, 12. Braveheart, 11. And after that, it's all single digits. Requiem's got 8. Magnolia, 7. Hey, listen, what can I tell you, okay? More people eat at McDonald's than at Ruth Chris, right?
Right.
And let me say it again. Oh, look at that. It's multicolor. It's like Neapolitan.
Plaid.
It's like Neapolitan ice cream. It's got tricolored. The documentary filmmaker, Morgan Spurlock, did that Super Size Me documentary film, and it's all about him eating at McDonald's every day for a month. And in 1 month, he gained 25 pounds.
We could have done better than that.
And I just can't imagine why there's so many fat slobs walking around.
Live and local.
Like me.
This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Wants me to sing God Bless America and pasties in a G-string up here. I'll do it.
Saddam Hussein. You know him from Operation Desert Storm. You know him for being an Iraqi leader and gassing his own people. So we thought it'd be funny if we go ahead and send Dax in and grab Saddam Hussein out of his bunker, posing as an army ranger. I mean, Saddam Hussein, who do you think you are?
Saddam Hussein, you're in for a world of pain, my man. Boy, it's hot down here. I smell like ass. I wonder if the bitches would be offended by my stink. What is it? That is Kusalemim, the infidels on my tail. Shortcake, is that you? He's alive. Smell. Smells like ass in here. Get down. United Nations Army Ranger. No, get down. No.
BJ, I want you to tell him that we're going to put him under the jurisdiction of the Iraqi government. Go, 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 go.
You are now under the jurisdiction of the Iraqi government. No.
Dex, I want you to go in there and start tickling him.
No, not the dizzy beard.
No, BJ, I want you to tell Saddam as soon as we're out of the bunker that we're removing his testicles.
Hussein, upon the exiting of this hole, your testicles will be removed. No!
BJ, look, hold him down. BJ, go up there with the knife. I'm coming right now.
All right, Saddam, here we go.
No!
Hey, which nut do you think we should start with first, huh?
Oh, Austin, you motherfucker! I know you'll get me! Last night I was in Osama's hole and we were watching you punk out gas. I said you'll never get me, and you did! This camera do I have to flick off, huh? Who do I give the finger to, huh? This guy, come here, you!
157 at 560, WQM, a little bit frantic.
Wow.
Christina Aguilera, Maya, Pink, Little Kim, and Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Lady Marmalade.
All right.
If I could tell you how much I hate that song, and especially the video, because when it was out, I was in Europe. I guess it was the summer a couple of years ago. And every one of those 8,000 video music video channels played it like, you know how many times an hour?
About 30, man.
Over and over and over and over. I mean, I don't like that crap in the first place, but Jesus, good God. And you'd flip from one to another, and it would be just starting on air.
Here too. For no good goddamn reason.
Here too what, on all the different video channels?
Every channel.
How many?
You name it. The Weather Channel was showing
even in the middle of Channel 7 News?
Sure.
Hate it. Now, it was about a place in Chicago called Moulin Rouge.
Where they serve pizza.
It was about, the one that serves that big, thick crust Chicago pizza, Uno's.
A red black man named Moulin Rouge.
At any rate, what was the absolute best movie the last 13 years? Now, a lot of them didn't make it on here because, we killed a lot of time yakking and yucking and yakking.
Josh's fault.
It's Josh's fault because he's slow. Why is it his fault?
Oh, I was just saying that.
Just in general principle, why not? Blame him for a lot.
Why not?
The last 13 years, 1990 to 2003, we got a pretty awesome list here. We got a pretty impressive list we're building. We got 476 votes. We don't have Tommy. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Let's take a look at your thing. 59. Oh, and speaking of rhyming, what's his name? Lionel Tate?
Yeah.
Don't be late. Today might be his date for getting out. He lost a lot of weight.
And I'm pretty irate.
Pulp Fiction 53 is trailing by 6. I think it's going to win. Shawshank 44. Saving Private Ryan 40. Glenn Ross 27. My Cousin Vinny 25. Bowling for Columbine 24. Silence of the Lambs 23. Office Space 19. What is that? Oh, it's a comedy.
Yes.
Forrest Gump 18. Goodfellas 18. American Beauty 15. It's starting to move up. Schindler's List is dropping, thank God. Must be maybe the old Jews are dying.
Good movie.
Schindler's List 14. Braveheart 11. Requiem for a Dream has got only 9. Usual Suspects 9. Magnolia 7. Pirates of the Caribbean 7. Casino 5. Gladiator 5. The Matrix 5. And downhill from there. Mad Dog is coming up next, who is a great guy all the way around. Sometimes he's full of crap like on Friday. But, hey, listen, nobody's perfect. And not only that, watch the sauce, man.
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Floridianens, Paul wie Schmutz.
Absolutely.